Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Well, well, well. First, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Secondly, oh, the ladies. Z, you spun the block on this again? Yes, because everybody's catching up to the article. Yes, Mr. Z spun the block on the topic because everybody's speaking about it now. Oh, and the ladies are saying they're perfectly okay being single. There's no threat to them. Huh? Why American women have given up on marriage. American women have given up on marriage. That's what we're being told, right? Huh? We're being told that they have given up on marriage. Yeah, that's it. Huh? So we're going to pretend like the ladies don't sound like this.
I feel like we don't talk about this enough, but the hardest part of being single is not having somebody to... oh my God. Oh God. I'm mops. Hey, oh God. Like, I didn't sign up for this celibacy life. It chose me. Oh God. This cannot be my life. This cannot be my life. This is the hardest part about being single because the don't really be hitting like it's supposed to be hitting after a while, bitch. Oh God. Hey Lord, send me my man. Oh, this cannot be my life. Fuck it out this way.
The ladies don't sound like that. Yeah. The ladies don't sound like this.
Look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus, Medina. Look at me.
This is what we say when we're single.
In Charlotte. Stay home.
This is what we say when we are single. Huh? This is what we say when we are single. So everybody's looking at this. American women are giving up on marriage, and they actually believe it. Huh? American women are giving up on marriage, and y'all actually believe that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? American women are giving up on marriage, right?
I'm tired of being the strong, independent, resilient one all the time. It's fucking exhausting. It is so fucking exhausting and draining to act like everything is okay all the time when you are absolutely fucking breaking inside.
So sick of being told that I should be happy single. I don't want to be. I want to be in love. I want to be sickening to everyone around us. I want to adore them, and I want them to adore me. I want to find my...
This dating world that we're living in, I cannot. I'm so lonely.
Nothing actually prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be.
Super, super lonely. I don't have anyone. I just want to crawl in the black hole and not come back out.
I don't know how much longer I can stand being single, and it's not because I'm just super lonely. No, I'm pretty peaceful on my own. It's not because I'm like terrified of my eggs drying up, and I mean I do want kids. That is a part of it. And it's not because I see all these other couples and I'm like, oh, I want that. It's not because I need someone else to help me pay the bills. I do. I really do. But none of the typical things that you would think of are the main reason that I don't know how much longer I can be single. The main reason? I'm tired. I can't go out anymore. I want to stay at home with a good book. My social battery has gone way down since hitting 30. I can't keep having these same conversations. It's painful. And I'm tired.
American women are giving up on marriage. Really?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? American women have given up on marriage, right?
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
Aggressive begging. Why would she be aggressive begging? American women are giving up on marriage. Ain't that right?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, Stop fucking lying.
American women have given up on marriage, right?
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're gonna rip the band-aid off. We're gonna check our student loan debt. And I, kind of at a ballpark range, like I knew how much I owed, not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm gonna die with it. Like, I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my I'm gonna die with it. Like, I don't know any way I'm gonna be able to pay that off other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
Yeah, because that sounds like someone who has given up on marriage. Y'all actually believe these ladies because they're holding on to their pride and their ego. And shout out to Vince, right? What John Henryism looks like on women is hyper individuality. Huh? It's because this is what y'all told them to do and to be. Huh? Once again, American women are giving up on marriage, really now.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
American women have given up on marriage, right? Because this is what it sounds like when you give up on marriage.
I'm really struggling with something and I want to talk about it. But before I do, I need people, if you are a parent who was like touched out by your children, I do not want to see you in the comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't, how do you deal with that? I really like need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me, right? But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with like, I don't get hugs. That shit is, it could be like maybe a hello, whatever, maybe. But it's not enough. I don't know how am I gonna go the rest of my life like this? I think that's really hard. I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling. Like I spent like last night just going like this. Like 20 minutes. I'm just, if anyone else is struggling, what are you doing?
That definitely sounds like a woman, once again, that has given up on marriage, right? American women are giving up on marriage. Yeah, that's it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Yeah, American women have given up on marriage, right? Because this is what it sounds like when you give up on marriage.
For whatever reason, I'm just not allowed to experience love from another person. And yes, although, I don't have that, there are other areas of my life that are flourishing, like my YouTube channel and friendships, and it's giving me opportunity to pour into those friendships and pour into myself, which I think are equally as important. But I think people tend to forget that platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. And so as much as I am fulfilled by, my friendships and, relationships with my family and things like that, it still doesn't replace that desire that I have deep down for something more. more, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to suppress. It's a hard thing to put on the back burner, and not knowing how long I'm gonna be in this season scares me a little bit. And it also scares me to know that it may not ever happen. That it may not ever happen. And so it's just like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm making much sense in this video.
Yep, American women are giving up on marriage. Yeah, that's it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Yeah, because this is what it sounds like when you've given up on marriage.
Another night going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself. I'm always going to be with myself. Like, it's me and her to the end of time. Like, stop it. Like, after a long day of work, I just be wanting to lay down. I want to cuddle. I want to tell my man about my day. I just want to hug. Like, damn. Like, it don't even be about all the other stuff y'all be talking about. It just be the simple things that you miss the most. Like, that's really it. Like, it's not even like, it just be the simple things. That's all I'm going to say. So just be grateful if you got somebody and you got a hug today. Because you know what?
I don't need no man.
Shout out to Destro. Destro, they out here saying American women are giving up on marriage.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? American women have given up on marriage. Yeah, that's it. Huh? Yeah, because this is what it sounds like when you've given up on marriage.
We say we're girls, but we're really selfish because anytime we champion rebellion against our men, it backfires on us. Men also watch the same videos that we put out, and they look at the comments of us going, yes, sis, you did that. Eat that up. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you should have left that marriage. Happiness over everything. Y'all know that hurts your sister, right? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women who do leave marriages for really specific reasons. But in totality, from what I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of it is just based off of happiness and being quote unquote miserable. There's a saying going around with men saying men will sacrifice their happiness for a marriage when women will sacrifice their marriage for their happiness. And this narrative is spreading like wildfire to the point where men are being very anti-dating. I don't want to say this to discourage anyone, but I need my sisters to understand that the more we broadcast our downfall relationships, the more you share a one-sided story about how your relationship was so trash or how your marriage was so trash or whatever the case may be, although you feel like you're venting and you're helping, you're not. You're actually harming the dating pool that's out there. You're actually harming your future prospects.
Wow,
it doesn't hit the way we think it hits. We trauma bond together. We hate the opposite side even more. It doesn't eat the way we think it eats. So if you care about your sister, if you're a girl's girl the way you say you are, if you're a part of the sisterhood the way we say we are, be careful before you press record and you post that video. It might just need to stay in the draft.
It might just need to stay in the draft. Once again, American women are giving up on marriage. Really now?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Oh, wow. American women have given up on marriage. Have they now? Once again, fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use. Huh? I want you to understand the videos y'all have heard. Many of them are women telling they're not talking to us as men. The black women aren't talking to black men. They're talking to women, namely black women. Stop telling them to be comfortable being single for your gender war. Once again, fair use, fair use. Huh? Bourbon bougie. Which your gender war, those women can't take it anymore. They're touch starved. They're crying. They're crying in their apartment. They're crying in the car. Huh? For your gender war. And no, you can't make rich white zaddy, technocrat white zaddy break us. Huh? Y'all saw that. By the way, check the links in the description. They had this conversation on PBD, Patrick Bet David. They had this conversation there. And I'm so glad we got to the end of that conversation. And Patrick Bet David, PBD, let you know why he's full of crap. Look, I went on a daddy-daughter date with my daughter. Oh, there we go. There we go. If you want to know why PBD was trying to shame Adam, by the way, y'all know Mr. Z don't rock with neither one of them. I'm not a fan of either one of them. And there we go. So that's why you couldn't appreciate what Adam was saying, PBD. I told you about them simping ass dads. Those daughter daddies who keep on poisoning the pool with their a-hole, mean, condescending, entitled, materialistic, brat-ass daughters that we're supposed to marry. By the way, PBD's daughter is going to get married because of her class positions, because of her father's position. If she would have been a regular ass Persian or whatever background PBD is, with his white wife, ooh, goddamn, huh? She would have been out here in this hellhole, right? That we call the dating market. Huh? So no, for all of you women who are essentially begging the society, begging the environment to regulate the men and break the men for you, have fun with that. Munch on each other then. And by the way, y'all are munching on each other. Huh? Bourbon Bougie and other women like her, Sovereign Woman, there's another one I found, Sovereign Queen, all these women, they're jumping on the article and they're celebrating. They're always celebrating. Need I remind you, when we heard similar, when we heard, you know, these men, they're lonely and they're desperate and the white woman responded and you get the, yeah, girl, black women. Let Mr. Z bring y'all back in the way back machine. Here you go.
I'm a survivor of narcissistic abuse. And if you've been on social media at all this week, you've seen the screenshots of the article in the Psychology magazine saying that men are lonely in record numbers, single men. I can't speak for all women, but I can speak for myself and what I believe to be happening. We are done with men who treat us like shit. We are done with men who lie to us. We are done with men who manipulate us, who gaslight us, whose words don't match their actions. We are done with men who think that we should be their mothers, like that video going around of where are all the women who want to make lunches and rub our backs. We're not your parents. We are done with men saying that they don't want to take care of us, that they want a strong woman. So we go out and have this great career and become successful, and then you're threatened by our success. We are done with men who are not emotionally available, who take every single comment that we make as argumentative. We are done with men saying that we are too emotional, labeling us as crazy. We are done with men that we can't actually express our feelings to because you
yes, ma'am, because you don't sound crazy, not at all.
That we are the problems. We are done with men who continue to spread lies about us to make themselves look better. We are done with men who create this toxic environment in the home, and then we're the problem when we leave. We are done with men treating us like second-class citizens. We are not the trash that you take out at the end of the week. We are done with you telling us how much you love us and that we are your ride or die, as much as I hate that statement. And then a week later, you're off with someone else. We are done with the men who are cheating on us and think it's perfectly acceptable. We are done with men ghosting us. We are done with the silent treatment. It's abuse. We are done with the fact that you can't just simply say, you're not the right fit for me. And after a first or second date, you just never respond again. We are done with your childish behavior. We are done with you having to be the center of attention all the time. We are done
because
with
this temper tantrum you're throwing, that's not childish.
We have all been in relationships, long-term relationships, where we as women feel so lonely because no matter what we do, it's never enough. We are done with you saying you're not the person that you were anymore. No, the abuse has changed us. We are done constantly being made to feel like we are compared to every other woman on the planet, whether we're as pretty as they are, whether we're as in great a shape as they are. We're just done. We are done being made to feel less by you. We are waiting and wondering, when is it your turn to level up? We've done the work. We've been in therapy. We are trying to figure out how to be better women.
We've done the work!
And we've been in therapy! Why we won't accept you as you are. When's it your turn to level up? When are you going to become
We're
emotionally
not.
available
Now go
men
munch
so
on
that
each
we
other.
want to be with you? And I'm so sorry if you
No,
feel
we're not
lonely.
kissing your ass.
Maybe you should wonder how we felt all along.
and their mind is hands get back time. Meanwhile, shout out to the black woman that was on the other screen. And yeah, girl. Yeah. Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. Uh-oh. Huh? We level up and we have these great careers. Which women? Once again, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. Oh, yeah. Huh. And y'all wonder why Mr. Z keeps playing this.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Y'all want to know why Mr. Z keeps playing that? Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. And this like we go out, we have these great careers. Yeah, maybe you, Miss White Woman, Miss Single, mean, desperate, trying to play stoic ass white woman, throwing your damn temper tantrum all over my goddamn phone. Huh? But for the black and Latina single women who've never been married, who are not married, yeah, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. Ah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Huh? So while y'all celebrating this article, American women are giving up on marriage. Is that actually true? Or
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Because once again, this is what it sounds like when you're giving up on marriage, right?
Y'all want to come in my comments talking about male-centered, decenter men. You know who I'm decentering? You be. I'm decentering you think that all women should think like you. I'm decentering you fake ass girl ass. I am decentering you because you're the problem. For my life and my experiences, you have always been the problem.
Huh? You see PBD. Shout out to Patrick Bet David, PBD. Shout out to all of you men who think you're going to break us for your daughters. Look, man. PBD, you'll be okay. I'm not sure if Ben Shapiro has daughters or a daughter. His daughter will be okay. All of you elite men, your daughters are going to run in that same class. One of these lame-ass other dudes is going to marry or is going to build his son to marry your asshole daughter. Don't worry about it. And they might stay married for a lifetime. It has nothing to do with the fact that she might be an insufferable asshole. It's because of class. But for all the rest of these women in working class and lower middle class, some even in middle class, all of them working poor, oh, American women are giving up on marriage. No, they have not given up on marriage. This is their way of throwing a temper tantrum. Huh? Because what was implied and suggested with college degrees was upward mobility, and part of that upward mobility was the well-off, over 6 feet man that would kiss their ass and provide for them opulently. And America just hasn't produced enough of those men. And so the women are throwing a temper tantrum now. American women are giving up on marriage. No, they've given up on the delusion. And they still ain't really give up on the delusion. Huh? They're throwing a temper tantrum. And y'all could continue to write these articles. We're not budging. Build better women, dear America. Huh? We are perfectly okay with watching your daughter pretend like she's stoic, and she's perfectly okay with being single, like Miss Burb and Bougie right here. Talking about that, torture time.
So, I know I just talked about this article yesterday. From the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, what happened here? Did Mr. Z download the same thing twice? It looks like we did. We're going to have to fix that. Let's see if we can fix that. While we're doing that, here you guys go. Well, actually, let's see. Let's see if we can fix that, because that wasn't supposed to happen. Y'all gives you a second. 1 second, everybody. As a matter of fact. Okay. Are we going to listen to the second half? We might have to listen to the
So, I
second
know I just
half.
talked about this article yesterday from the Wall Street Journal talking about American women are giving up on marriage. And it definitely got the ladies talking. Lots of women on both my TikTok pages and my YouTube pages were leaving comments, hundreds of comments, because lots of women are opting out. And I do not believe that they're going to see the data, all of the research and the data points of women leaving the dating apps, the dating scene, the marriage scene. They're not going to really see that. But if they are listening to what women say, like this article was, then they will start to get the point. I don't believe that perception and reality have caught up. Now, a lot of women pointed out that the Wall Street Journal was a right-leaning publication, and that is definitely true. But even they see that this is happening. They see the demographic shifts. I do want to point out that this was written by Rachel Wolf. On that first page that says Matt Chase, I believe that the artwork is done by Matt Chase, but a woman actually wrote this article. I am going to go through some of the comments on both my TikTok page and my YouTube page, but I did want to highlight a couple of things out of this article again. So this part right here, American women have never been this resigned to say single. People are highlighting the fact that resigned is not a great word, but the fact that this is a right-leaning publication, they're like, women are just like ho-hum, as if women are not happy being single or whatever.
Wait a minute, women are happy being single. Really now?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Miss Bourbon Bougie, they're happy being single, right?
Look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to.
That's what we say when we are single. The internet will expose us all. There is a reason why Mr. Z coined that term. Y'all are okay. Y'all are happy being single, right, Miss Bourbon Bougie?
This dating world that we're living in, I cannot. I'm so lonely.
Nothing actually prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be.
Super, super lonely. Don't have anyone. I just want to crawl in the black hole and not come back out.
I don't know how much longer I can stand being
So fucking tired of being the strong, independent, resilient one all the time. It's fucking exhausting. It is so fucking exhausting and draining to act like everything is okay all the time when you are absolutely fucking breaking inside.
So sick of being told that I should be happy single.
Whatever reason, I'm just not allowed to experience love from another person. And yes, although I don't have that, there are other areas of my life that are flourishing, like my YouTube channel and friendships, and it's giving me opportunity to pour into those friendships and pour into myself, which I think are equally as important. But I think people tend to forget that platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. And so as much as I am fulfilled by, my friendships and, relationships with my family and things like that, it still doesn't replace that desire that I have deep down for something more. And
Another night going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself.
She's talking to you,
I'm
Miss
always gonna be
Bourbon
with myself.
Bougie.
Like it's me and her to the end of time. Like, stop it. Like, after a long day of work, I just...
Miss Bourbon Bougie, the women aren't talking to the men. The black women aren't talking to black men. They're talking to bitter ass women like you. Gender war waging ass women like you. They're not talking to Z. They're not talking to the black manosphere. They're talking to you. Huh? Life with Bree is talking to you. The young lady in her car is talking to you. They are cannon fodder, and women like use gender war against men, black men. So why y'all celebrate? American women have given up on marriage. No, they have not. Huh? No, they have not.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? No, the women like you have the microphones. That's what's going on. The women like you have the microphones. And you're willing to watch Life with Bree cry, be sad, be depressed, while you and other women like you wage your gender war and buzz yourself to death. Huh? For your gender war. The women are happy being single. Yeah, that's it. Continuing. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. I'm going to check those likes in a minute.
Not happy being single or whatever. They're just like, okay, whatever. So I wanted to highlight that part. This part right here, they are responding to major demographic shifts, including huge and growing gender gaps in economic and educational attainment, political affiliation, and beliefs about what a family should.
Economic attainments? Wait a minute. Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. Economic what? Is that the case? Is that why this young lady sounds like this with her aggressive begging?
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
Sassy begging, aggressive begging. Huh? Arrogant begging. Yeah, because once again, Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy. Y'all could look to all the technocrats and all of these folks with your articles and your segments and your editorials and just women are kicking ass and they're taking names and they're the best thing to ever happen in the world and oh my god, will we be without them, and the economy is doing so great and it's the men that are messing up and women are just the best thing ever to happen in the universe and the men are all messed up and the women are proud and confident and inspiring and brilliant and strong and bold and yawn. We're going to make you mean it all for all of you women who are not in the top 20%. Oh, have fun. Oh, have fun. Because the men still earn more and they're going to be walking around like this. Because they don't have to subsidize your ass. Huh? Oh, boy. Shout out to all of you who keep on lying about how great you are single. I hope you mean it. Because the men think of themselves and their money like this. Huh? That's why this article says Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. Well, damn. Miss Bourbon Bougie, did you hear that? With your lying ass. And this article that's full of crap, too.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? But continue, Miss Bourbon Bougie, continue.
Look like, and that is absolutely true. How they interpret what is going on definitely speaks to their biases. They see women as being resigned, whereas the feministic side of like my demographic are like, I am perfectly happy. I am happy to be single. I have a full life. I have friends. We travel, that kind of thing. But
oh yeah, and guess what? That's great for you. And we have an African sister that says something to your traveling with your homegirls and your girlfriends. And
I feel like we don't talk about this enough, but the hardest part of being single is not having somebody to. Oh my god! Oh god! I'm mops. Hey, oh god! Like I didn't sign up for this celibacy life. It chose me. Oh god! This cannot be my life. This cannot be my life. This is the hardest part about being single because don't really be hitting like it's supposed to be hitting after a while, bitch. Oh, God. Hey, Lord, send me my man. Oh, this cannot be my life. Fuck you, that is word.
Oh boy. Huh? Well, now. She said, stop lying on her name, ma'am. That's what she said. Stop lying on her name. That's what Mr. Z is pretty much. Anybody get anything else different from that? Huh? She said the toys is not enough for her, ma'am. Oh boy. Continuing.
But depending on who is writing about the economics and the educational attainment and all of that, they just think that women are just like, okay, this is my lot in life. The numbers aren't netting out, said Daniel Cox, director of the Survey Center at the American Enterprise Institute, a conservative think tank. He ticked off the data points. More women than men are attending college, buying houses, and focusing on their friendship and careers over dating and marriage. And the fact that a conservative think tank knows these things, they know and understand what's going on. I don't think that they know how to change things around. But when you have a conservative-leaning publication and a conservative think tank saying the same thing as women like me, they know where things are headed. And I'm sure they're pretty sure they know why things are headed this way. I mean, they are seeing college, buying houses. They see what's going on. I just don't think that they care enough to listen to the women to make any changes.
And what would those changes include, ma'am? What would those... See, when y'all hear Z say these women are begging the dominant society to break the men for them, they're begging old rich white zaddy, technocrat white zaddy to break the men for them, or they'll hold their wombs hostage. Why can't you make him provide, protect, and shut up? Huh? Y'all wonder why Mr. Z keep on spamming this clip.
Miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Huh? Y'all wonder why Mr. Z keep on playing that clip. Because the women said, if you won't...
Miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Huh? If you won't protect, provide, and shut up, and they earn more than you, what are they going to do, Z?
If you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is.
Huh? Oh boy. Miss Bourbon Bougie, they're tired of the toys, ma'am. Not all of them want to do the rose toy thing. Huh? Not all of them want to do the rose toy thing, ma'am. Yikes. Huh? Continuing.
Showed only 34% of single women were looking for romance, compared with 54% of single men. So more men are looking to still date right now. A rise in earning power and a decline in the social stigma for being single has allowed more women to be choosy. They would rather be alone than with a man who holds them back. And this is another...
They would rather be alone than with a man that holds them back. Miss Bourbon Bougie, men earn more than women still. Black men earn more than black women. Once again, Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. It said the least. So you're a black woman, from what we can see. I really don't even want to give y'all a black title, to be honest. Ooh, goddamn Z. Huh? I really want to throw y'all to the white folks and tell them to figure it out. Huh? Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. That's what the article says, ma'am. What are you talking about? Holding you back. As a black woman? You would think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decades of this crap with black women. You would think they would get it because, once again, Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. You would have thought they got it by now. You would have thought at least black women would be headed in the opposite direction as white women and some Asian and Latina women go the wrong way. You would think black women be like, yeah, we went that way already. We hit the wall. We're going back the right way. Nope. Not when Miss Bourbon Bougie is around. Oh no, Miss Bourbon Bougie said we go gender war till we die. We're gonna gender war until we're under the bridge. We're gonna gender war in poverty. Oh wait, take that back, Z. Miss Bourbon Bougie and Kim Foster and Real Talk with Yanni and Chrissy and Sovereign Woman and Sovereign Queen, they said no, we're good financially, but we'll send all the other women who are not good financially. It's better that they're under the bridge than be with someone well like you, Z. It's better they're under the bridge starving than be with one of you guys. For my gender war, my ego. Huh? I would much rather see them struggling and starving, huh? Than be with, one of you normal guys. If they can't have an elite man, then it's better that they stay alone and do the Golden Girls thing with other homegirls, with other girlfriends who might actually become girlfriends. Uh-oh. Huh? Yikes. Huh? So, Miss Bourbon Bougie, you keep celebrating. Keep celebrating while you watch other black women suffer for your gender war. All of you women who's clapping it up like seals in the background. Huh? Y'all love this article. Because you're sticking it to the man. You're sticking it to black men. I bet y'all wish y'all could peg some black men. Ooh, goddamn. Huh? American women are giving up on marriage. And Miss Bourbon Bougie, and to whoever wrote the article, y'all think we actually believe y'all. Huh? No, they're throwing a temper tantrum, and y'all are assisting them with the lie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? The women are perfectly okay, right? That's why they're telling y'all to stop telling them to decenter men.
Y'all want to come in my comments talking about male-centered, decenter men. You know who I'm decentering? I'm decentering you think that all women should think like you. I'm decentering you fake ass girl ass. I am decentering you because you're the problem. For my life and my experiences, you have always been the problem.
And Compassionate says, and shout out to Compassionate and Callous, these hoes will have women homeless to prove a point. You listen to Bourbon Bougie, you listen to some of the other women who are speaking about this article, and Compassionate is 100% right. For their gender war, they're okay with watching other women starve, be homeless, huh? Fight each other for the cereal while they're doing their Golden Girls thing, huh? So yes, Compassionate, for Miss Bourbon Bougie, for her gender war, oh yeah, she wanted to watch them struggle, huh? You better believe it. Because she's financially okay, but the masses of women, black women, single black women are not. Never married black women are not. The masses of them. Not a minority. But Miss Bourbon Bougie over here celebrating. Click the links in the description box. Huh? And shout out to Dimcat. Mr. Z been listening to Dimcat forever. Huh? All you daughter dads, girl dads, shout out to BBD. Adam started telling PBD the truth. He loud talk him. You're being disrespectful. Why? Because he's telling you the landscape and how men like you raise your daughters to be little insufferable, materialistic assholes. But it's going to be okay, PBD, because your daughter is going to be in a class of other well-to-do folks, and y'all are going to be able to mask whatever character flaw she has with your success and with the success, more than likely, of her future husband's family. Huh? Be very clear, everyone. The elites are not raising their daughters any better than the rest of everyone else. It's that class element of it all. It's the money element. She get to hide her character flaws behind the family's money and behind the husband's class and family money. That's the only reason they getting married and staying married. They're not better. Huh? While Miss Bourbon Bougie try to psych out the working class, middle class, lower middle class, working poor women that aren't you happy? We're single and we're happy, right? We're happy, right? Huh? She wants those women to lie to everyone else, lie to the men, and to lie to themselves.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? You know how many videos on YouTube and on TikTok there is of the women essentially telling other women, stop telling me to be okay being single. Stop telling me to love myself. I love myself enough. And there's a pun in there. Huh? I love myself enough. Why else do you think women are in their cars recording themselves saying it?
Oh, another night going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself.
Miss Bourbon Bougie, she's talking to you. She's talking to women like you. She said, stop telling me to mask my desires. She's talking to women like you. Your gender war is it's killing them. These women are miserable for women like you's gender war. Huh? What else do you think? We have young women. They're not barely 25 years old. Sounding like this.
Whatever reason, I'm just not allowed to experience love from another person. And yes, although, I don't have that, there are other areas of my life that are flourishing, like my YouTube channel and friendships, and it's giving me opportunity to pour into those friendships and pour into myself, which I think are equally as important. But I think people tend to forget that platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. And so as much as I am fulfilled by, my friendships and, relationships with my family and things like that, it still doesn't replace that desire that I have deep down for something more. And it's...
Huh? She said platonic love does not replace romantic love. And as great as her relationships are with her friends and family, it doesn't replace the desire, the deep down desire. There's a pun in there. Life with Breed, there's a pun in there. Huh? She said, stop telling her to do the Golden Girls life as fast food for what she's looking for. Ma'am, she wants steak and potatoes. You telling her to go get Burger King. Huh? She wants steak and mashed potatoes in a romantic relationship, and you telling her, well, you look, I'm waging a gender war against the men, against black men, so you're gonna have to get Burger King. You're gonna have to pretend like this platonic relationship with your homegirls and your girlfriends, it'll make up for your romantic desires. Huh? She said, stop telling her to do the Golden Girls thing, ma'am. Miss Bourbon Bougie. All of you women who y'all are celebrating this, you love it. And the women like Life with Brie are just supposed to be cannon fodder for you. Y'all don't really care about women. You care to answer, was it Poussin's question from what? 4 or 5, well, actually more like 5 decades ago, huh? To Dr. Francis Krauss Welsing, they care more about control. To answer the question, do black women really want to fight white supremacy, or do they want to control black men? They want to control black men. And they think waging this gender war will do it. Unfortunately for you, black men have better chances outside of the black race marrying than black women do. Black women can always get some non-white peen, though. Sorry, I said non-white peen. Non-black peen. An attractive black woman, oh yeah, you better believe the white guy want to pipe too. The Latino guy want to pipe too. Does he want to marry you though? Oh boy. Huh? Y'all are waging a gender war. Black women are waging a gender war against black men, and the people that hurt the most are other black women. Well, damn. Huh?
Come with
Continuing.
contention, women are not alone. They are purposely seeking out friends, hobbies, things to do, traveling, and that kind of thing. They are not.
They are not alone. They're purposely seeking out friends, hobbies. Oh, really now? The women aren't freezing. They're not cold because they're not alone, right? Yeah, let's actually acknowledge this comment. And Starman says 26 likes, 92 watchers. Tying the F up. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Y'all got Z yelling his lungs out, and we got 26 likes. Oh wow! Somebody said to stop hate watching Chrissy. Was that you, Trail? Somebody said it. Let me see. Where's that comment? Yo, gives you a second. There we go. And Trail says, hit the like button. Chrissy, stop hate watching. Hysterical. Huh? Oh, you know they love this article. Oh, they love it. Huh? They love this article. I said Miss Poussin. Miss Bourbon Bougie. Oh, you love the article, don't you? American women are giving up on marriage, and it's all a BS lie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
All it is for y'all gender war. Huh? Ah. Y'all are willing to Mr. Z said this forever ago. Y'all are willing to sacrifice other women. Black women are willing to sacrifice other black women for your gender war against black men. Y'all send them out there to be the sexual plaything for the white guys. Y'all tell them to get real comfortable with their friendships that don't equal romantic relationship. You want them to get comfortable with their rose toys. Huh? All of that for your gender war against black men. Huh? Y'all psych them out. And then a couple of you are so egregious with it, you hide your marriages. Ain't that right, Paris Milan? Huh? All of these women with their fear mongering and scare tactics to keep these other black women single for your gender war. Because you refuse to look in the mirror and see that you're the problem. That's why y'all can't keep no goddamn man. So instead of you looking in the mirror and realizing, oh, maybe it's me, or maybe it's my worldview and other women like me in our worldview, you encourage other black women to be single for your gender war. So that what, you can hurt the men? You can hurt black men? Yeah, that's it. Continuing.
And that kind of thing. They are not lonely. They're just not romantically involved with men. So
They are not lonely, you say. Oh, they are not lonely. Yeah.
Look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus, Medina. Look at me. If you are a single female in Charlotte, stay home.
This is what we tell ourselves when we're single. Do I need to play it for you again, Miss Bourbon Bougie?
Look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus.
This is what we say when we are single. Yeah, once again, Miss Bourbon Bougie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? See, when Mr. Z says we gonna make you mean that, understand, Mr. Z's in a loving relationship. I don't hide my relationship. Huh? Number one, when Mr. Z says we're going to make you mean that, appreciate that the men are listening to you, ladies. The young men are listening to you. Mr. Z know y'all full of crap and y'all throwing a temper tantrum because you thought those degrees were supposed to equal upper middle class and rich white womanhood. Huh? Mr. Z understand that y'all are just petulant children and 20 some odd, 30 some odd, 40 some odd, 50 some odd year old women's bodies, 60 some odd year old women's bodies. Mr. Z know it's temper tantrum talk. Huh? But the young men are listening and they believe you. As this young lady will say.
We say we're girls, but we're really selfish because anytime we champion rebellion against our men, it backfires on us. Men also watch the same videos that we put out and they look at the comments of us going, yes, sis, you did that. Eat that up. Da 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 da. Yeah, you should have left that marriage. Happiness over everything. Y'all know that hurts your sister, right? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women who do leave marriages for really specific reasons. But in totality, from what I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of it is just based off of happiness and being quote unquote miserable. There's a saying going around with men saying,
let's pause it right there. It's for happiness, it's for quote unquote happiness, and she was essentially saying, y'all are fake happy, y'all are actually miserable. Ooh, goddamn. Hey, Mr. Z ain't saying it was a black woman who said it. Well, damn. Oof. In other words, what she's saying is,
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
She's telling you that the young men are listening to your lies and they believe it. So they're going to leave you alone. And y'all are willing to sacrifice other black women for your gender war. Huh? Yikes. And Dominic says, single women aren't a monolith. Yes, you are right, Dominic. Single women aren't a monolith. But Ms. Bourbon Bougie is celebrating for single women writ large. I'm going to play the whole thing. There's no caveat. There's no, well, there are women who they would like to meet someone and they're willing to compromise and work with someone and cooperate with someone. That is not how this article is being taken by the women like Ms. Bourbon Bougie. So Dominic, yeah, you're right. Single women aren't a monolith. But the Burbs and Bougie are loud as hell and they walking around with a microphone laughing at the men. Hey, look. Huh? They're celebrating the article. American women are giving up on marriage. They're celebrating it. Huh? Major demographic shifts have put men and women on divergent paths. That's left more women resigned to being single. The numbers aren't netting out. Huh? Oh, they love that part. The numbers aren't netting out. There's not enough good men for black women. There's not enough eligible black men. There's not enough good black men. Huh? Meanwhile, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. So, Dominic, you're right. Single women aren't a monolith. You are 100% correct. And because single women aren't a monolith, the Life with Breeze need to tell the Bourbon Bougies to shut the hell up. That's how you fix that. Tell them you don't speak for me. Say it on a microphone. Tell them to shut up in front of everyone on a microphone. Tell them that it's them making your life miserable. Telling them that all the women, there's pee in the pool. Tell them that the Burbs and Bougies are the ones peeing in the pool. Huh? Women like this need to go
Y'all
viral.
want to come in my comments talking about male-centered, decenter men. You know who I'm decentering? I'm decentering you that think that all women should think like you. I'm decentering you fake ass girl ass. I am decentering you because you're the problem. For my life and my experiences, you have always been the problem.
Uh-oh. Dominic, single women aren't a monolith. You're 100% correct. And the single women that wish that Bourbon Bougie would shut the hell up because she's peeing in the pool should tell her to shut the hell up because she's peeing in the pool. Huh? They should tell them, hey, I'm not gonna be cannon fodder for your gender war against black men. You're making the dating pool miserable. Go be the little sexual plaything for the white men, for the Latino men, for the Asian men.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shang Tsung. We got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
Huh? So, to your comment, Dominic D, single women aren't a monolith. You are correct. And Mr. Z been calling for the civil war and getting amongst black women for the longest. Mr. Z been calling for it. The women that want to be married, particularly to black men, that want relationship with black men, intimate relationship with black men, y'all should have waged war on these little Bourbon Bougies 5-6 decades ago. And if you don't wage war on them, Mr. Z is not advocating for violence on his channel. Okay, so if y'all don't wage war on them, they'll continue to destroy your image amongst all men, including black men. And so black women will be forced, y'all gonna act like y'all weren't forced, to do y'all Golden Girls thing. Huh? That's what's gonna happen. Black women will be forced to do that Golden Girls thing and pretend like it was a choice. I didn't want to get married. I love being single. I love my single life. Yeah, that's it. Huh? Once again, the theme of this live tonight is...
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
And that's all it is. And Lion says they won't do it, Z, because women are terrified of other women. Then stay single and starve. Then stay single and be touch-starved.
I'm really struggling with something, and I want to talk about it. But before I do, I need people, if you are a parent who was like touched out by your children, I do not want to see you in the comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't... How do you deal with that? I really... like need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me.
Right? I want to pause it right there. Once again, that's a woman talking to other women. She's not talking to men. She ain't talking to the black manosphere. She's not talking to black men. She's talking to women, namely black women. Go get your hair done. Go do that. All of this fast food, junk food ass way of making up for not having a man and not being touched and loved on and piped by a man. And I know a woman that looked very similar to her that's married and been married for, damn, it's been a decade now? Well, damn. So it's not her looks and whatever, if she's heavy set or not. Huh? Mr. Z is playing the clips Mr. Z is playing on purpose. What you're seeing are women telling other women that they're at their breaking point with pretending like they're okay being single, with ending up with the fast food version of romantic relationship with their platonic relationships. They're telling you they cannot make up for the romantic relationships with platonic relationships. That's what Life with Brie is saying.
Whatever reason, I'm just not allowed to experience love from another person. And yes, although, you know, I don't have that, there are other areas of my life that are flourishing, you know, like my YouTube channel and friendships, and it's giving me opportunity to pour into those friendships and pour into myself, which I think are equally as important. But I think people tend to forget that platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. And so as much as
Platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. Miss Bourbon Bougie. Message! Huh? Right? No, that's on purpose, Elkston. And Elkston says, Z, are you aware that your background is stuck on a freeze frame of that video you tried to play earlier? No, that's on purpose. That's on purpose. All right. These women are telling you that it's not real. Your gender war is costing them, well, everything. Well, damn. And y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, and we're back.
That women were saying in the comments. The share of women ages 18 to 40 who are single, that is neither married nor cohabitating with a partner, was 51.4% in 2023, according to...
Ma'am, we've been speaking about the she economy, huh? And Morgan Stanley predicting this how many years ago now, everyone? What are we in 2025? Like 6, 7 years ago? 5, 6, 7 years ago, we were predicting this. Excuse me, not Goldman Sachs. Morgan Stanley put out that memo, what, in 2018 or something like that? 2019, 2018? It was 2018 or 2017. We've been knowing. Did you? Huh? And you know how they framed that, ma'am? Do you know how Morgan Stanley framed it? They were salivating because they saw y'all as marks that they were gonna make money from, because they knew that y'all desperate, lonely asses were gonna spend money to make up for, well, being desperate and lonely. The framing wasn't, oh, damn, these women are going to be single. That's so bad. That's so sad. No, it's like, ooh, we about to make a killing off of their lonely asses. While you celebrate other women being single and miserable, pretending like they're not, because women like you demand that they pretend like they're not miserable being single. Huh? Thank you, Line. Jenny, come lately. There's a pun in there somewhere. There's a pun in there, Line. Huh? We predicted this. So well, we didn't predict it. Morgan Stanley did. And we disseminated that information across the black manosphere. Mr. Z heard it in the white manosphere. Huh? We knew. Here you guys are, ladies are, finding out and celebrating it. Why is that something to celebrate? Oh, yeah, because you're waging a gender war against the black men and you're perfectly okay with watching black women suffer. Yeah, that's it. Y'all are the worst. Y'all are bad actors. It's that simple. Y'all are bad actors. Continuing.
4% in 2023, according to an analysis of census data by the Aspen Economic Strategy Group, up from 41.8% in 2000. So women are perfectly fine with being single. It says these numbers don't specify.
Women are perfectly fine being single. Are they now?
Oh, another night going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself. I'm always going to be with myself. Like, it's me and her to the end of time. Like, stop it. Like,
Stop telling me to mask my desires. Message Miss Bergen Bougie with your lying ass.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? And I know she's reading the article. I know she's just reading what the article said. Once again, to the author of the article. Same difference.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Watching women have to put on a face like they're perfectly okay with their single, miserable ass lives because other women and the rich technocrats in the corporate class are telling them keep a stiff upper lip and play stoic. Oh, it's the funniest thing in the world when no, I'm good. You know, I'm dating and I'm having fun. I'm so good. Huh? Y'all lucky Mr. Z ain't have enough space so I could keep on spamming the clip of Real Talk with Yanni. I don't give a F and nobody gonna make me give a F. Yeah, okay. Temper tantrum. Huh? Continuing.
Specify whether women are looking for love or swearing it off, but more nuanced surveys show that single women appear less interested in getting married now than they used to be. They also seem less keen on getting hitched than their male peers. And then finally,
Yes, because we're not lying. It's that simple. Shout out to Vince. He is right. This is women's version of John Henryism. Hyper individuality, rugged individuality. No, I'm good being single. I'm good. I can afford my son. I have my degree, and then I'm kick-ass in my career, and I travel with my girlfriend, and I don't need a man, especially a man that's not on my level. Huh? And while y'all spouting y'all crap that none of us believe, not those of us that are mature and experienced enough, while y'all spouting y'all crap, you know what we're thinking?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Y'all are good being single, but the men are miserable, right? Yeah, that's it.
Look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to.
This is what we say when we're single. Oh, boy. Yeah, Miss Bourbon Bougie. I don't know about this one. Huh? I don't know about this one. Ah. Whew. And Lion says, I want Congress to enact selective service on women so damn bad. Bruh, those women will all be pregnant within the next 5 months. 6 months. I'll give them 6 months. They will, all of these things, look, walking out of graduation in high school, they'll start getting pregnant. They ain't doing it. Especially with the tension between America and Russia right now. Well, that's kind of subsided. But America and China right now, oh, you better believe it. Huh? All the women that can get pregnant will be pregnant. Son of fool. For. Oh, not me. Tonight on Channel 7 News, pregnancy amongst women in America has surged to record levels not seen in decades. Passing it on to you, Tom. Yes. Apparently, the birth rate in America has skyrocketed some 45%, 100%, 200% over the past 6 months. Yeah, that's it. Huh? Vincent skyrocketed 500%. You hear me? They're full of crap. Shout out to black women who like to speak as if black men didn't grow up with them sitting right next to them in class. Oh boy. Sitting right next to them in church, in mosque. Oh boy. Huh? Their next door neighbors. The guy that took their virginity. Huh? Their first crush. Shout out to all the black women who act like they're not our sisters and our mothers and our aunts and our grandmothers and our girl cousins. We're perfectly okay being single. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're perfectly okay being single.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Oh boy. We don't believe you, ma'am. You don't even believe you. But nice try, nice temper tantrum. We hear you, we hear you. Oh, there. Oh, the baby mad because they can't get men to kiss their ass and pay for everything and do it with a smile? Huh? You throwing your temper tantrum and you're using this article to get at men? Oh, baby need a hug? Grown ass temper tantrum throwing ass women. What are y'all, 30, 40 something or 12? 7, 5, 3? Bunch of 3-year-old, 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 some odd year olds. Miss Bourbon Bougie and her ilk. Continuing.
Percent of women said that being married was not to or not at all important for a fulfilling life, compared with 39% of men. So,
yes, because y'all are lying to everyone, including yourselves, and the men are not. The men aren't delusional. That's the difference. Oh, look, y'all want marriage more than we do. Really now? The men want marriage more than the women do, or are the men far more honest about how marriage helps them to fulfill their American dream, and the women are not? The women said, no, to hell, we're going to wage war. We can't be with the elite men, so we'd rather be single. And that's a lie, too.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
We'll see if you really mean that. You want white collar and nothing else. You want 6 feet and above or nothing else, right? You want college degrees or nothing else. We'll see if you mean that on the other side of 45 and 48 and 50 and 55. We'll see. Huh? Yikes. You're saying that now, ma'am. Other women are saying that now. In their 30s and their 20s. Yeah. We giving up on marriage. Yeah, that's it. Huh? Yeah. Because this sounds like giving up
This
on marriage.
dating world that we're living in, I cannot. I'm so lonely. Nothing actually prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be.
Super, super lonely. I don't have anyone. I just want to crawl in the black hole and not come back out.
I don't know how much longer I.
Wow. Huh? Yeah. Uh-oh. Sounds like a whole lot of happy women that are single. Huh? While Miss Bourbon Bougie celebrates it with her gender war and ass. Shout out to BGS. I know he ain't listening right now. BGS, if you want to know what black men, y'all, why y'all still holding on to the gender war? Why y'all, it's not the black men. Every article that comes out, every segment or editorial that comes out, every news segment that comes out, you got the burbs and bougies of the world with the pom-pom celebrating because they feel like they're poking black men in the eye. They're poking men in the eye. Huh? And they're perfectly okay with watching other women, other black women suffer. So, and they're telling, to be honest, they're telling those women to suffer in silence because, look, I'm waging my gender war against black men. I'm waging a gender war against black men, so I need you to suffer in silence because we can't let them know that you're suffering, so you got to suffer in silence. We can't let them know that you want to be in a relationship with one of them, so you got to suffer in silence. We can't let them know, huh? And so what y'all are telling them to do is lie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Oh boy. Continuing.
Of men. So about half of women said it's not that important. In a 2024 Wall Street Journal NORC poll, 58% of women aged 18 to 29 said marriage was at least somewhat essential to their vision of the American dream, compared with 66% of men. So more men see this as part of the American dream.
Yes, because we're not lying to ourselves. We're not delusional. We're not the ones waging the gender war. What's your point, Miss Bourbon Bougie? Look, imagine thinking that this is a flex. Look, we don't want to get married as much as you. Imagine thinking what world you live in. What's your mental state, ma'am? What's your emotional state? Bitter? For you to think that's a flex. Look, we don't want to get married as much as you do. Imagine a woman saying, look, the men want to get married more than the women do. That's a flex. Y'all wonder why Mr. Z says petulant children. That's the flex. Mr. Z told y'all they're willing to watch the society burn because they don't get to be upper middle class and rich white women politically and socially. They thought those degrees were going to make them upper middle class and rich white women politically and socially, and because it didn't, then they blamed black men. They blamed white men too, but they can't do nothing to white men. Huh? So they blame black men, and every time one of these articles come out, every time it's a news segment like this, then they're celebrating. Hey, you want to get married more than I do. Hey, I'm willing to destroy the black community just to flex. Hey, because you can't make me a rich white woman. Hey, pathetic. Huh? Telescope, you know Sigmund Freud been dead. And Telescope says, Z, are you saying retail therapy isn't a cure for what ails them? Sigmund Freud needs his psych license to be revoked. And Edward Bernays, right? Huh? Oh, man. Retail therapy to make up for the fact that you don't have a family. And guess what? JD Vance said, yeah, about that. Ooh, goddamn. Your vice president got something for your ass, Miss Bourbon Bougie. Huh? Your vice president got something for that ass. Keep hiding behind girl strips and consumerism. JD Vance said, yeah, about that consumerism, though. Let's see if you can afford those girl strips. Huh? We'll see. We'll see if y'all can keep on doing the Golden Girls thing. Huh? That's a funny and great comment. And Vince said, we don't value family more than you do. Yeah, that's the flex. Shout out to Miss Bourbon Bougie. Look, Mr. Z told y'all the internet's going to expose us all. It's a great look. The women are so in love with their own voice. Mr. Z's want to talk. They're so in love with trying to flex on men that they're recording themselves. You imagine? They are recording themselves celebrating their slip into the abyss. They are recording themselves undressing themselves mentally, emotionally, definitely sometimes physically. We already know that. They are recording themselves breaking and shattering. The internet will expose us all. Miss Bourbon Bougie is recording herself laughing and mocking the men. Other women are recording themselves celebrating articles like this. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Huh? Continuing.
American dream than women. Now, keep in mind, all of these are polls based on, the different people that they are getting at the time. But it's just what I'm trying to highlight is that more men are all in or want to be in relationships than women. And we're seeing that despite the survey or who's doing the survey, we're seeing it with conservative think tanks. We're seeing it with other research entities. So it is across the board that we are seeing this. Okay, so time for some of these TikTok comments. Mean Girl Megatron said, I decided to never get married.
Wait. Her name is Mean Girl Megatron. Now, y'all make note of that. The comment she's about to read, the post, whoever posted the comment name is Mean Girl Megatron. Remember that. And she starts off the comment by saying, I decided to never get married, and here we go.
I decided to never get married to a male when I discovered Red Pill. Now I just assume.
I decided never to get married to a male. I told y'all, I knew it. When they say male, that's their insult to men. I can't call you a man because you're not kissing my ass. How are you a man if you're not kissing my ass and providing for me opulently and demanding nothing in return except for my presence? And even that is debatable. You decided to never date a male when you discovered Red Pill? Oh, yeah, because we're supposed to be dumb and naive to the ways of women like you with the foodie calls, huh? With the divorce statistics, with the never being satisfied. I love that the women are saying this. The men are not supposed to know about the negative proclivities of women. You're just supposed to go in there naive as hell and get divorce raped. I said the word. Huh? You're just supposed to go in there and be her walking wallet overglorified guard dog for little to no respect. No respect. I don't like the red pill. The red pill is it's making them angry at women and it's making them hate women. It's not informing the men of the potential. It's not informing the divorce rate. It's give or take 50%. The women are filing for divorce. And the only reason the divorce rate went down is because the marriage rate went down, because it's only really the elites getting married, goddamn. But once again, the people that are filing for divorce are women at 70 to 80%. And yet men are not supposed to tell other men that. The problem with the red pill, huh? Men are not supposed to tell other men that. Men are supposed to leave other men to be naive and dumb, huh? So that women like whoever Miss Mean Girl Megatron is, so y'all can marry them after you did your little whatever the hell you did with the other men that you really wanted, that it didn't work out with. So you marry these guys. If you're black, you divorce them within 5 years. And the red pill's not supposed to tell them, hey, you know this is a potential, this can't happen, right? Huh? Continuing.
Conservatives and those who say they aren't are lying. So no more benefit of the doubt. Doubt their benefits. Keep that in mind. Put that slogan.
No more benefit of the doubts, doubt their benefit. I love it. Oh, that's a nice one-liner, actually. No more benefit of the doubt. Doubt their benefits. But god damn, Z, you can't be bursting they bubbles like that. Doubt their benefits. I could tell you what benefit a man is to you financially, because once again, Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. No more benefit of the doubt. Doubt their benefits. Yeah, that's it. It sounds nice. Now y'all know why Mr. Z says it sounds nice? Now y'all know why Mr. Z said that sounds nice? Huh? That's a cool one-liner, man. Cool story, bro. Huh? Cool story, bro. No more benefit of the doubt. Doubt their benefit. Well, one of their benefits is making sure that you're not starving. That part. Huh? I promise y'all in real life, Mr. Z is not this animated. Huh? But for effect, we will be shouting certain words. That's why Mr. Z shouts certain words. Huh? Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. No more benefit of the doubt. Doubt their benefits. Yeah, that's it. Sounds nice, ma'am. Dear Miss Bourbon Bougie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
But it sounded nice though. That was cool. That was a cool one-liner, right? Continuing.
Keep that in mind. Put that slogan in your brain. No more benefit of the doubts. Doubt their benefits. Pretty Brilliant said a lot of them are lying just to get a woman, and I'm with you. I don't want to try and figure out who's being genuine. Please understand that women are no longer giving the benefit of the doubt. Look, they're dead.
I don't want to try. That's what dating is. God damn, these weak, late. I just want y'all to understand that they think we're pathetic. These weak, lazy, pathetic women, I gotta go find that clip. Where is the clip where the woman said, I just want a man to fall into my lap? Oh, Steph Curry has said something like that too, by the way. It's another woman that said something similar. These weak ass, lazy, pathetic ass women. That's what dating is. Oh my God. Oh, you are trying as a fully grown, hopefully fully grown, adult human being with your own thoughts, feelings, and worldview. You are going out into the world to hopefully make something work with another human being that has their own thoughts, feelings, desires. And then you're supposed to build together. The relationship is the thing you're building together. You want to be elite white men? Can we build a business together? Let's be entrepreneurs. I want to be a power couple. I want to be like rich white elite folks. You know what? Low key, they're low key. See, this is the issue with letting people talk sometimes. They're low key advocating to have arranged marriages if you listen close enough. But if you were actually to say, hey, you know what? America's going to start instituting, or at least in the black community, we're going to start instituting arranged marriages. No, I want my own autonomy. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, all right, there you go. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Huh? Thank you, Telescope. Wife's enjoying my medical, dental, and tax benefits. Huh? No more benefit of the doubt. Doubt their benefits. Meanwhile, wife's enjoying my medical, dental, and tax benefits. Huh? Z has slid money to my lady for her mother's fence. Well, damn. Now, will you look at that? Huh? Faucet go out. Here you go. And y'all know this happens. Babe, look, I kind of, I spent this money and did this, and then, it sounded like, what's her name, off a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I need $40. Here, babe, here goes 60. But you let Miss Bourbon Bougie speak. No more benefit of doubts doubt their benefit. Huh? You imagine saying no more benefit of doubt their benefits after the article that says Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. You imagine saying that after this article? Huh? Oh boy. These lazy ass women don't even want to date. They just want a man to fall out the sky. You imagine saying, I want the over 6 feet tall, chiseled chin, the rod of God. Y'all know what Mr. Z talking about. Huh? I want him to have the rod of God. I want him to be over 6 feet. I want him to earn more than six figures. I want him to be highly academically accomplished. I want him to be highly accomplished. And I don't want to date. I just want him to fall out the sky. I want to be minding my own business, glance his way, and he walks up to me. Look, I can't breathe without you. I just met you like 5 seconds ago, but I need you in my life. Marry me now, and I'll whisk you away on my private jet. Pathetic. Y'all watch way too many rom-coms. Huh? They don't even want to date. I just want everybody to remember, mainstream media keeps on chastising the men. I just want you to understand. Mainstream media keeps on chastising the men. And when we let the women talk, when the women record themselves, when the women put comments down, they sound like the women Miss Bourbon Bougie is reading right now. They sound like Miss Bourbon Bougie. Little trolls, little temper tantrum throwing 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and 20 some odd year old, 40 some odd year old, 30 some odd year old, 50 some odd year old women's bodies. Huh? And yet PBD is telling Adam he's being disrespectful, and I'm so glad towards the end he was like, yeah, I went on a date with my daughter, and then, oh, there we go. So because you have a daughter, we're supposed to act like these women aren't assholes. Materialistic consumers, hyper consumers, who wish they were upper middle class and rich white women, and who are mad at the world that their college degree didn't net them the wealthy guy, the wealthy white man. So we're supposed to pretend like that's not a thing. Like these women aren't doing foodie calls at 30 some odd percent. That's for the women that admit it. We're supposed to pretend like women aren't engaging in foodie calls. For those of you that don't know what foodie call is, it's when women who are not, they're not really interested in you. You act them out on a date and they use that as an opportunity to feed themselves. They use that as an opportunity to go to a restaurant they wouldn't normally go to or they couldn't afford. It's called a foodie call. So women are admitting that they're engaging in that at 33%, which means it's really like 55%. That really means like it's 80%. They're admitting that. But because Patrick Bet David has a daughter, we're supposed to not talk about that. Huh? Oh boy. Because Patrick Bet David has a daughter, we're not supposed to speak about the boss girl feminists who want men to provide, protect, and shut up. We're not supposed to talk about that because Patrick Bet David has a daughter. So we're supposed to act like women like this don't exist.
That's when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Or as Patrick Bet David like to frame it, you just got to get around the right people and you got to figure out it. Yawn. Huh? And I want to be clear, Patrick Bet David. Yes, most of the clips that Mr. Z is playing are black women, but you'll be damned if you think white women aren't on that. Adam was trying to tell him, look, bro, you've been out of the game for like 20 years, for like 15 years, bro. You don't understand what's going on now. But Patrick David couldn't hear him, and he loud talked him. By the way, Adam, that's what you get. See, when y'all believe in that bootstrapism, lift yourself by the bootstrap and hyper individuality, guess what? Patrick David, at least he was consistent there. Adam, you tried to tell him what it really is, but he couldn't hear you because he can't hear. The trend is that the women are assholes. Everyone from your Walmart worker all the way to the goddamn woman in the corporate office. They're gold digging assholes, and they all want the same top 20% of men. He couldn't hear you, Adam, and that's what you get. And the burbs and bougies of the world, they hide behind the PBDs, the Patrick Bet Davids. That's what they do. Those girl dads. And they're hoping and praying that the PBDs break the men for them. Unfortunately for PBD, all the men in the comments were like, no, PBD, no, you might want to apologize to Adam. No, he's right. There's even women in the comments saying, yeah, PBD, look, I'm married, but I got to agree with Adam on this one. The women are a trip. Once again, links in the description box. Man. Continuing.
They're doubting. They're just assuming that a bunch of them will be lying. Maya says, I hate that the media always frame this as a crisis rather than women discovering that they were free to be single. Right? We actually have options today. We have opportunity.
It is a crisis, you goddamn hyper-individualistic assholes. You myopic, goddamn, they're so short-sighted. Oh, they're short-sighted. Jesus, how can you be so short-sighted? You live in a country of like 340 million people. You in a goddamn trade war with China. Why are they framing it like it's a crisis? Because it's a goddamn crisis. Wow. These people can't be real. This got to be a figment of Mr. Z's imagination. This is not real. This is not real. I'm in the Matrix. This is Inception. It's not possible. These people are not real. This is a figment of Mr. Z's imagination. This is not real. Y'all wake me up. Why does the media keep on talking like it's a crisis? Because it's a crisis? Wait a minute. For millennials and Gen X, we're not even close to getting it, especially for us millennials and Gen Z. We're already complaining about Social Security. Who the hell is supposed to fund your Social Security if you don't have kids? How's that supposed to work? Who's supposed to maintain the roads when all of us are in our 60s and 70s? Who's supposed to maintain the buildings? Who's supposed to take care of you in hospice when you're goddamn 70 and 80 and you're about to die? Why are they acting like it's a crisis that we're not getting married and we're not having kids? Because it's a crisis. Wow. That it's frightening to be in a country, in a society, on a planet, unfortunately in a community with a bunch of women, black women namely, who are either pretending like they don't get it or who actually don't get it. Mr. Z don't know which one is worse. Why are they acting? They always talk like it's a crisis because it's a crisis, huh? Y'all better be lucky they have figured out a way to start having these babies in some kind of bag or something like that. It's over once they start doing that. Dear women, you want your freedom, you're gonna get it. I hope you like it when you get it too. Y'all really want to detangle men from women? I hope you really mean it. So once they start being able to gestate these children in bags, these babies and these fetuses in bags, and there's not a stigma on it, oh, have fun. Dear women, you really want to outright compete with men? Oh, y'all go, oh, y'all, look, they don't know, bro. They don't know nothing about this testosterone. Dear men, forgive them for they not know what they asked for. Mr. Z remixing it. They don't know what they're speaking about. They don't know. Dear men, dear black men, they don't know. They're going to find out. It's going to be a rude awakening. They don't know nothing about this testosterone. Huh? Once they figure out how to create cheap robots and adult fun dolls and be able to gestate children, babies, fetuses in bags. By the way, this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing at all. But oh, if they once they get over the stigma of it, it's over. Y'all better hope China don't develop it first. They don't look like they have this whole Judeo-Christian moral compass. They'll do it. Same thing with Japan. Same thing with South Korea. They'll do it. They'll push that envelope. And God have mercy on women when they do. Huh? Even Selkis Ray once said this. She already know. You better present your value to men outside of what y'all presenting now. The women can't help it. They can't do nothing else. Their pride and their ego won't let them. All right then. Miss Bourbon Bougie, into all your comments. All right. For you women's sake, for you ladies' sake, I hope y'all mean it. I hope y'all have contingency plans. I hope y'all really mean it. I hope you're doing well financially. Because if you're not, oh boy. Huh? For your own sake, Mr. Z, hope you're not lying. But Mr. Z suspects you are.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Options today. We have opportunities to be financially free as opposed to when we were oppressed and had no choices but to get married.
We have opportunities to be financially free. But Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. Financially free, you say. Well, what does financially free Black women actually look like? Oh, look! Black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. A recent study has found that Black and Latina women who never marry have the least amount of wealth in the U.S. Oh, well, damn. Huh? It ain't looking good, Miss Bourbon Bougie. It ain't looking good.
Bone Life says, no one wants to be tied to a house with an angry, lazy man. Cake and Lemon says, who farts and grunts. I'm just a bell girl says, emphasis on angry. Gina says, marriage to me is picking up men's socks and scrubbing their toilet stains. Laura said, who can turn violent?
Mr. Z, you ain't gonna say it. Mr. Z gonna say it. And the problem is, marriage to me is picking up men's socks and rubbing out toilet stains. Okay. And the problem, men earn more than women. Huh? Men are the builders and maintainers of the infrastructure. Men take out less from the system than women, put more in. Overproduce. Men do it already. Black men do it already. Huh? Appreciate what women are saying. They don't want to do their part anymore. That's what they're really saying. Imagine complaining about picking up some socks and cleaning a goddamn toilet. Marriage is picking up men's socks, and the problem is, huh? I don't want to pick up your socks. Well, that's perfectly okay. Have fun munching on another woman. Huh? You don't gotta pick up Z socks. You don't have to pick up other men's socks either. Have fun munching on other women. Huh? Have fun with your Rose toys. Huh? I don't want to pick up your socks. First off, are y'all really ending up with messy ass men like that, black men like that? And if you are, then pick up the sock. Huh? Ah, but they don't want to add this part line. And line says, marriage for men is looking after cars that women don't clean nor know how to keep things in order. Oh boy. Huh? Well, you gotta remember, black women still talk like black men or white men and disrespect. Now, when they're insulting you for not having the resources of elite and rich white men, then they make sure to distinguish. But when it comes to insulting you for just being a man, then you're just a man. And the Dustins of Ronan says, who leaves socks laying around? I pick up after myself. Why do women act like all men are hurricanes? Because they can't help it. This is their way of trying to appeal to the elite rich white men. They're not taking showers every day. I wish black women would speak about hygiene. As if black men are white men. That's why when y'all hear Dr. Scott Galloway say, take a shower, huh? Clean up after yourself. Mrs. Z be looking to the left and the right. Who y'all talking about? Not black men. But black women will get in on that insult because they never miss an opportunity to throw black men under the bus. Black men, women will never say not black men unless, of course, they talk about the money on the table. Now that when it's time to insult black men by saying, white men might do that positive thing, but not black men. Yeah, they'll do that. But when it comes time to say, yeah, black men, I ain't gonna say that they don't take showers. I ain't gonna say that. They'll never do it. Huh? Continue.
Unalived his wife. Their children were in the house. I never.
In other words, and I chopped that up. My apologies. Bourbon Bougie is reading a comment from some lady who said, I guess one of her co-workers, you would have never suspected, but he deleted his wife and whatnot. Once again, the fear mongering and scare tactics. As if black women aren't deleting black men, goddamn. And black children. Ooh, you're not supposed to say that, Z. Now you know you're not supposed to bring that up, Z. Huh? All of these scare. Look, they're gonna find a way of justifying it. At the end of the day, none of these means anything because the women are lying. But unfortunately for them, we gonna make them mean the lie. Dear, let Z say it to the younger Xer women, definitely to millennial black women, and definitely to Gen Z black women. Black men are not our fathers. You're not going to get the wedding ring in our late 40s, in our 50s, in our 60s. Damn, they're about to die in our 70s and 80s. You're not going to get it. Huh? We're not spending $20,000 plus for in vitro for a last minute baby in our mid 40s. We're not doing it. Huh? So to millennial women, You say you're perfectly okay being single, and we know it's a lie.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
You say that, but we're going to make you mean it anyway. We know you lying. We know it's a big grown adult temper tantrum, you petulant children. We know you're lying. We know. And other women are telling us that you're lying and that they're
Look at
lying.
me, look at me, look at me. If you were single, if you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, you know, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to, anyway, focus.
Huh? We know you're lying, but we're going to make you mean it anyway. Huh? We know you're throwing a temper tantrum. We know. Miss Bourbon Bougie, we know. We grew up with you, Miss Bourbon Bougie. We know you're full of crap. Other black women like you are full of crap. We know. Huh? We know it's a temper tantrum, ma'am, but we're going to make y'all mean it anyway. Huh? We know y'all sending the other women to be cannon fodder for your gender war. And if they sign up for it, guess what? They're going to end up just like you. Lonely, single, miserable, pretending that you're not. With a fake smile on your face, taking little pot shots at men every time one of these type of articles come out. Like Vince said, I don't value family as much as you. Imagine. Imagine thinking that's a flex. Huh? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Continuing.
Their children were in the house. I never would have guessed he'd be violent. It's scary out there. And that's the thing. How can you vet that type of thing? Who you marry right now is not the person that you know 10 years in, 11 years, 12 years down the line will do something like that.
Yes, ma'am, you're right. Who you marry now, how do you know? Huh? How do you know that they won't divorce you within 5 years if you're a black man? Goddamn. In 8 to 10 years if you're not black man. How do you know? Ooh, goddamn. Should the women truly be fair? Let's see. What's more likely to happen in America? Your husband deleting you or your wife divorcing you? God damn. What's more likely to happen in America? What's more likely to happen in the black community? Your boyfriend or baby daddy or husband divorcing you, deleting you, or your wife divorcing you, your girlfriend or baby mama breaking up with you? What's more likely to happen in black America? Oh, goddamn. Well, will you look at that? Huh? If you're speaking about not being assured of these things and, you know, at any moment they could change their mind and then they want to delete you, ma'am, what's more likely to happen? A black man deleting a black woman, his wife, his baby mama, his girlfriend, or his girlfriend and baby mama breaking up with him, or his wife divorcing him? What's far more likely to happen in black America? Huh? If you're speaking about these things, not, you can't predict these things. You don't know. It's unpredictable. That's what you're essentially saying, right, ma'am? There's no guarantee that this man won't delete you, but there's no guarantee that you won't divorce him. Z, are you saying that if a woman divorces you, she deserves to be deleted? I ain't say it. Huh? I mean, the Bible did say something about something until you part or whatever, something. I think that the Bible did say something about something, something about something before you part or do you part. Oh man, I can't recall. What did it say again? When you take the wedding vows, it says something, right? Something. Do you part? I can't recall. Anyway, we'll just leave that one. We'll just leave that, right? Oh boy, we're just gonna leave that one on the table. We're just gonna leave that. Oh boy. Continuing.
I Love Tea is wondering, why does the media keep talking about women being educated and having money as bad things, and never pointing out that men's growing antisocial behaviors? Queen.
Men's antisocial behavior. I'm so glad we got to this part. Ms. Bourbon Bougie, what would you call what you're doing right now? You're just informing the women, huh? I send it to FD. Because Ms. Bourbon Bougie speaks like this is not antisocial? Huh? Is what Ms. Bourbon Bougie is engaging in right now, that's not antisocial, right? Because Chrissy sounding like this is not antisocial.
This is what I tell average looking and below average looking women. If you can't date up, be alone. Life is easier that way. And I know that's controversial. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, that's not antisocial, is it? This is not antisocial, is
That's
it?
when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Huh? This is not antisocial, is it?
If you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is.
Huh? Z, you won't play the munchkin? Shout out to Adrian. Yeah, we won't play the munchkin because this is not antisocial, is it, Miss Bergen Bougie? This is not antisocial, is it?
As a man, if you don't have house core job, don't look for a woman with house core job. And for the men that complain about women that do that, look for a man that has all three, and they don't have all three. We can do that. We are women. You want us. You need us. Y'all want one thing from us. And mad because we boss y'all around because you're a fucking servant. You're a provider, right? You're a protector, right? You're a security guard and you're a goddamn assistant. Know your place. Stop being contradicting. And bow down. Because I'm sick of it.
Those don't sound like antisocial remarks now, does it? Antisocial behavior, huh? This society knows so well how to criticize men, critique men and their behavior and their negative proclivities. But when the women start sounding like this, you have to understand the men's fault. Huh? Miss Bourbon Bougie is over here celebrating. Y'all don't get it? Huh? She's loving every minute of this article. She loves it. And that's not antisocial? Huh? Always trying to fearmonger and scare women, black women in specific. Over every corner, some man hoping to harm you, hoping to break your heart and get off on it. Huh? Hoping to harm you physically. That's not antisocial now, is it? These are not quote unquote warnings. This is fear mongering. But that's not seen as antisocial now, is it? You're full of crap, Miss Bourbon Bougie, sorry. And that's why Mr. Z is spamming this button tonight.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
You're full of crap, ma'am. Continuing.
Eileen says, I truly believe that's why our government wants to get rid of this app. As women, we are awake now. The rose-colored glasses are gone, and we are much more happier and thriving on our own. And this app gives women the opportunity to share.
We are much more happier and thriving on our own. Ma'am, I hope you're not a black or Latina woman who made that comment, because black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. You said the rose-colored glasses are off or something along those lines. I think Miss Bourbon Bougie read. Yeah. Or is it that you're listening to bitter women like Miss Bourbon Bougie who gas y'all up to pretend like you're okay with being single and lonely? but pretending like you're not lonely and you're happy being single. They're just talking. Huh? They're just talking. We're good being single. We're happy. We're perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with it. We're such kick-ass. We're perfectly okay with being single. Everything about us is great. Huh? They're just talking. Continuing.
And thriving on our own. And this app gives women the opportunity to share their stories. Women can highlight what it's like to be in a relationship, what it's like to be single, what it's like to travel, create friend groups, create communities.
Create friend groups and create communities. Create friend groups and create communities. Ma'am, there's a number of women that are telling you, stop telling them to decenter men. Stop telling them to friendship their way out of feeling a sense of desire for men, for a man, for a relationship, for an intimate relationship, for a romantic relationship with a man. Whoever that is that posted that comment that Miss Bourbon Bougie is reading, you're full of crap too. Huh? That traveling crap, that investing into friendships crap is bull. Stop trying to sell that to other Black women. They're tired of it.
Whatever reason, I'm just not allowed to experience love from another person. And yes, although, I don't have that, there are other areas of my life that are flourishing, like my YouTube channel and friendships, and it's giving me opportunity to pour into those friendships and pour into myself, which I think are equally as important. But I think people tend to forget that platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. And so as much as I am fulfilled by, my friendships and, relationships with my family and things like that, it still doesn't replace that desire that I have deep down for something more. And
Whoever posted that comment that you're reading, Miss Bourbon Bougie, yeah, about that.
Oh, another night going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself. I'm always going to be with myself. Like, it's me and her to the end of time. Like, stop it. Like,
stop telling me to mask my desires. Oh, oof. Huh? Those friendships, investing in your friendships. Huh? Traveling with your girlfriends. Huh? Is a way of telling the women to mask their desires, as the young lady said, for being with someone else. It's not enough, Miss Bourbon Bougie, and whoever posted that comment that you're reading. Y'all just want the women to lie to everyone so that you could feel better about your gender war against Black men. Against men in general, Black men specifically. Huh? The women are lonely as hell. They're lonely.
This dating world that we're living in, I cannot. I'm so lonely.
Nothing actually prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be. Super, super lonely. Don't have anyone. I just want to crawl in the black hole and not come back out.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Huh? Yikes.
Continue. That's unhealthy. That's Darvo. We're highlighting all of these things, and they do not want this information disseminated because they want people to remain in these unfulfilling relationships. Jen said, I saw this the other day. Men who won't share domestic chores aren't even rising to the level of a roommate. They're not, because when they get into one of these relationships, they think that they have a wife or a girlfriend appliance that is supposed to serve a man. And we're saying,
y'all should see Z right now. I just did the whole left right thing. Wait a minute. That's supposed to serve him. And the problem is a woman that's supposed to serve. Wait, y'all caught that right? It wasn't Z. Wait. She just said that like it's a negative. Wait, wait a minute. Am I missing something? So she's saying she don't want to be a help me. She don't want to be a helpmate. She don't want to. She wait a minute. Not supposed to serve a man. The men think that we're supposed to serve them. They think that's. Is Mr. Z? Did I hear what I thought I heard? She said that like it was a. Wait, is it me? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know, Mr. Z is slow. He's blue collar. He's a community college dropout. So, you know, it's going to take Z a couple of seconds to catch up. You know, I heard it, but, you know, Mr. Z's like, you know, slow bro, the Pokemon, slow king, the Pokemon. You know, I got to think about it a little bit longer and just make sure that I heard what I thought I heard and I'm processing it correctly and, like, serve a man like it's a negative thing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And the problem is and Dominic says work together. Z, are you still there? Mr. Z is still here. I say get on Black Men's program. I said it the way I meant it. There is no egalitarianism. We've been trying that, and how's that been working exactly? Ooh, goddamn. Does that mean a woman should shut up and talk when spoken to? Nah, Mr. Z don't actually buy into that, no. With that, clearly this fake-ass egalitarian thing ain't working now, is it? The marriage rate says what? Ooh, goddamn. The divorce rate says what? Ooh, goddamn. Black women have the most egalitarian men in America, and they still filing for divorce at 70 to 80%. How's that work together working for black men exactly? Black men are the most egalitarian men in America. How exactly is that work together working for black men? Concerning black women, that is. How is that working exactly? Huh? So black men, at least in the black manosphere, have rescinded that and said to hell with your egalitarianism and your quote unquote work together. Because the women don't mean it. You know what the women really mean? Let Mr. Z play for you what the women really mean because she actually said it. Ooh, goddamn, Z. No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
If you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is.
Now, where are all the men that say, if you are broken, I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you? Work together, right, Dominic? Work together. Huh? Work together, because this is what it sounds like when you attempt to work together with a black
That's
woman.
when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
Huh? Dominic, you said work together, though. Huh? You have women saying, I miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up. You have women saying, if you're broke, if I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. She said, I will belittle you. And then she shrugs and says, it is what it is. Well, damn. Work together. Okay, yeah, that's it. Black women are women. Black women are women. And women in America said, if you do not earn more than me, I reserve the right to be disrespectful to you. First of all, I won't even marry you, more than likely. If you look good enough, we could have adult fun, triple X fun, but marriage is out of the question. That's what the women are saying through action. That's what the article is about. Huh? Major demographic shifts have put men and women on divergent paths. That's left more women resigned to being single. The numbers aren't netting out. The women are saying there's not enough men that earn more than us, that are desirable. That's what the women are saying. Huh? And the word expect. What the women expect. The women, I gotta find it. Please, if somewhere, BGS, if you could please, I don't know, BGS ain't listening. BGS, if you could please find the clip. He played it once where the young lady was essentially saying she thought her position would allow for her to get the top shelf of man. I've made reference to this before. BGS covered this months and months and months ago on his afternoon streams. Young lady, black woman, she said it. She thought essentially her accomplishments in her degree would allow for her to get an even better type of man. The women, that's what I'm so glad. Oh, Mr. Z feels so vindicated. Y'all have no idea. I've been saying it. And there's things that we already knew. The women, particularly black women, are throwing a temper tantrum because the college degree was supposed to make them an upper middle class and rich white woman. And they were supposed to be able to get a higher caliber of man. They thought it was damn near guaranteed. Mom and grandma them didn't go to college. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to university. I might even get an advanced degree. I might get a terminal degree. I'm a PhD. And what that will allow is for a man to see us as equals, kiss my ass, is what they're really saying. Worship at the altar of me is what they're really saying. A man will see us as equals, and he will provide for me opulently at the highest level, and I will now be allowed to reach the top shelf of man. The elite rich white men, a couple of black, a couple of Latino, one or two Asians here and there. I will now be able to be part of their ranks, right? Huh? Oh man. They're throwing a goddamn temper tantrum, Dominic. It's that simple. Work together. No, the women don't mean it. Continuing.
Serve a man, and we're saying, no, absolutely not. You need to be participating in the housework. You got to do chores. You got to parent the children. You have to do all of these things, and they're balking at that. They're saying no, and so women are saying, okay, I can do this on my own. I would rather be.
The women are saying I can do this on my own. See, there's this problem with that. Actually, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. Do it on their own, right? I don't know about that one. Continuing.
A single mom than a married single mom. Okay, so that was some of the.
What she said is, I would rather be a single mom than a married single mom. See now. Doesn't that sound similar to the framing of that 2020 special or Dateline special from the early 80s? Was that the mid or early 80s with all those 19 and 20 some odd year old, early 20 some odd year old black women saying, yeah, I had my kid, but I don't want to get married. Uh-oh. We've come, you see, it's a good thing we're here now. For those of you a little too young, y'all weren't here when in the 90s and the early aughts, the women were framing it like the men went to go get milk and never came back. Black men in particular. Black men were deadbeat fathers. The women didn't run them off. These men went to go get milk, went to go get a pack of cigarettes, and never came back home. The men left them for white women. The men left them for the mistress and the side chick. Black men are deadbeat fathers. Black women are more loyal to black men and to the black community than black men are. And now we're here now. And finally, the black women are so fed up with this part, at least, They're being a bit more honest. They would much rather be single women than quote unquote married single women. In other words, these men ain't paying for me opulently. They're not going to put our kids in $50,000 a year private school. So I would much rather be a single woman, a single mother, than a quote unquote married single mother. Because if he's not going to make me a rich or upper middle class white woman, then it's better that I'm a quote unquote single mother than a married single mother. Huh? Man. Well, damn. Continuing.
I talked about this article yesterday and my YouTube subscribers weighed in. So I'm going to share some of the comments on the post that I did yesterday from my YouTube subscribers. Z Beastie says, as an American woman living overseas, this is a global phenomenon. Literally, schools are closing in my city due to low birth rates, and the divorce rate has continued to rise. Chow Belina says, because men and women don't seem to want the same thing. It seems that men are just not interested in whether women are ambitious in their career or not. Bird Feather Tailoring says,
you can't make up for being an asshole in an elite, rich white man who doesn't actually have the money but has the proclivities. An elite, rich white man with being ambitious, ma'am. Straight men aren't trying to marry rich, white, elite, hyper capitalist men that just so happen to be XX chromosome, ma'am. Black men in specific aren't trying to marry wannabe rich, white, elite white men who just so happen to be black XX chromosome. That's not our goal in life. They don't want to be with ambitious women. They're afraid of ambitious women. Well, go end up with the top 20% man, or particularly white man. Hopefully it works for you. Probably not. They're intimidated by ambitious women. Is it intimidation, ma'am? Or is it a turnoff? Even Ebony K. Williams said the pee-pee go pew, pew, pew. Oh boy. That's a black woman. It's not ambition, ma'am. It's you transforming yourself into a white man, a rich, elite white man without the money or the status. They're intimidated. No, they're turned off, ma'am. Huh? And Telescope says, insert meme. Are you sure about that? I got you, Telescope. I got you. Right? They're intimidated.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
They're intimidated. They're intimidated by our ambition. Bleh. Huh?
Bird Feather Tailoring says, because they don't see us as whole humans. They see themselves as more important.
Imagine the people that think they're the moral center of the universe saying that the men, black men, don't see them as whole humans. Not the women who want you to be a walking wall and overglorified guard dog, a walking ATM and an overglorified guard dog, saying, you don't see me as a full human. You don't see me as a human. You don't see me as a full human. Not those people. Huh? Oh, no. Not you, ma'am. Not you and other women like you saying we don't see you as full humans. Huh? Oh, boy. Because this sounds like...
You miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
That's what it sounds like when you see someone as a full human, right? I miss when men who used to protect, provide, and shut up. That's seen as a full human. You see those men as full humans, huh? Oh boy, continue.
important. Snippet X says, when I was younger, my parents always told me to not worry about dating, leave boys alone. Now they won't shut up about it. I now tell them I'm doing exactly what they wanted. There isn't an actual reason for me to date. Men don't have anything I want. Seabree says, the sex negative
I love it.
thing
Continuing.
scared me into not dating now. Now they're asking about kids. Ha ha ha. Nope. Purity culture does harm people. It really says, you know what, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. But as soon as you get into a relationship, you're supposed to just do it with a gusto and know what you're doing. But you can't just turn a switch on and it just comes to you. People have got to understand how damaging purity culture is. Unreal Dreamer says, I heard the same crap growing up. Boys only want one thing, so focus on school. OMG, why no married and no kids? Please, shouldn't have pushed purity culture on me. Susweka.
So they're waging war against their parents in their communities. So this thing, you told me not to date. Well, I'm in my mid-20s and my late 20s and my early 30s and I'm still not dating. Should have never pushed purity culture on me. That's why when Mr. Z walked in the door, I was saying to the Roger Report and to anyone who would listen, BGS and whatnot, these women are often actually complaining about childhood stuff. They're petulant children still throwing a temper tantrum in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s about childhood stuff. Should have never pushed purity culture on me when I was a kid. Now I'm an adult and I still won't date. You imagine still waging a war on your parents in your 20s and 30s? Should have never pushed purity culture on me when I was like 16, when I was 8, when I was 7, when I was 12. Now I'm 32 and I still won't date. I'm good. Hey, Mr. Z ain't making it up. These Bourbon, Mr. Z keep on mispronouncing this lady's name. Bourbon Bougie is reading the comment. Huh? Oh man, jeez. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Grown ass women talking about you should have never been pushing purity culture on me when I was a child and I was a minor. Now I'm gonna make you pay for it for the rest of my life, for the rest of your life. Wow. These people are supposed to be grown. This is what Mr. Z says. Adults, right? That's what they're supposed to be. These are 3-year-olds. These are 6 and 7-year-olds in grown women's bodies. They're throwing temper tantrums. Continuing.
Susweka says, I was born in the 50s and you were expected to grow up and get married and have children. If I had to do my life over, I would never, ever, ever get married or have children. Beverly says,
and there you go. Elder women, the older women, this is the advice that they give women. And they're going to watch their daughters suffer. They watch their nieces suffer, and they would much rather them suffer single than be in a quote-unquote fruitless marriage. They gas these women up. They tell them, go get your degree. Don't worry about no man. And now these women have to pretend for mama. They have to pretend like they're okay being single because mama and auntie them demand it. Huh? Wow. Married 50-something-year-olds saying, if I could do it all over again, I would much rather be single. I want to have kids. I want to get married. Okay. Don't worry. Your daughters are a testament to that. And we gonna make them mean that. Huh? So shout out to you for hearing your daughter crying in her room at 30 some odd years old. And you know why she crying. She lonely and single as hell. Shout out to you for you and her pretending like that's not why she's crying herself to sleep at night. Huh? Oh boy.
To
Continuing.
control. The young ladies that I'm seeing right now are so sharp. They are not going for these old, shriveled up, used up dudes. They are really not. They say it all the time, but these men haven't gotten the update version of what is going.
All shrivel up dudes, ma'am. Black women are the heaviest. Ooh. See, average black woman is what, 5'4", 5'5", 186 pounds or 189 pounds, something along those lines, right? Old and shrivel up. Black women. Oh, as a black man to a black woman, the last thing y'all need to be speaking about is people's physique. A black woman who holds herself well and works out and maintains herself, oh, the most beautiful thing on the planet. Unfortunately, that's not most black women. Not in America, at least. Dear black women, y'all gotta be real careful how y'all speak. All shrivel up. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's where y'all want to go with it? Once again, assuming that that's a black woman who posted that comment. Y'all better stop it, because per capita, black women are the heaviest. Per percent of their population, black women are the heaviest. The majority of black women are overweight, and a nice size of them, if not the majority of them, are obese. It's not smart to be. Once you got old shrivel up, old dried up, all these old pot belly, these old. Not smart, dear black women. Y'all better get out of there, huh? You better get out of there. Not smart.
Listen to men talk about what women want, and it's really weird. Allison says, of course men want to get married. Why would they not? Marriage extends their lifespans and enhances their mental health. The absolute reverse is true for women, a fact that they are waking up to. Hence, they're warning.
Let's pause right there, because that sounds nice, Miss Burb and Bougie. That sounds like to, I think you said Alice, right? That sounds nice, but what do women get in exchange, right? So it extends men's life, and it fattens women's wallets, black women's wallets. Once again, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. Black women said, I won't extend your life by being married to you. I would rather starve and not have no money. Well, damn. Well, okay. I would say your funeral, but it's actually the men's funeral, but it's your wallet. Huh? It's your lack of funds. It's your lack of wealth. This is why the Burbs and Bougies and the Kim Fosters and the Chrissies and the Real Talk with Yannies, that's why Mr. Z says they are these women's class enemy. But those women would much rather allow for Miss Burb and Bougie to be their class enemy than to get on a black man's program, and that's perfectly okay. Of course the men want to sign up for marriage because it extends their life. Ma'am, it fattens your wallet. Once again, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the U.S. Well, damn. Huh? Not out of women, out of everyone. Let's make sure we emphasize that. It's not that black and Latina women have the least amount of wealth out of women. No. Black and Latina women who never marry, namely black women who never marry, have the least amount of wealth out of everyone. Huh? Oh boy. Continuing.
Hence, they're waning enthusiasm. Joe Provolone weighs in. He says, man here weighing in on what the man said at the 14-minute mark. As someone who has watched friends go through divorce, I have seen firsthand the sense of utter loss these men feel when their marriages fall apart. If what he said was true about men not needing marriage, then why do they seek it out so relentlessly?
Isn't the number one indicator of poverty like divorce or something like that? Aren't women reeling years after divorce financially? Especially for those who didn't get no alimony. Imagine celebrating. Oh, the men are so aimless. They're so bewildered. They don't know what to do with themselves when they get divorced from the women. Let's call it what it is. When the women file for divorce. They don't know what to do with themselves. Once again, another one of these. The men don't know what to do with themselves when we file for divorce on them. They don't know what to do with themselves, ma'am. Y'all lose your wealth. Oh boy. Huh? What BTS called him, Queen of the Ashes? Ah, women celebrating their own downfall because what the men quote unquote fell first. They're celebrating their own downfall because, and let's call it thing. The men stumble, the women fall, but while the men are stumbling before the women fall, they're celebrating watching the men stumble. Yeah, that's it. You're stumbling. You fell down the stairs, ma'am. The men stumbled, you fell down the stairs, but before you fell down the stairs, you made sure to get your 5 chuckles in. Okay, we hear you.
If you are a man who respects women, there are many opportunities for friendship and relationships with women. After years of dealing with awful men, the bar is set so low that all you have to do is be a net positive for a woman's life to be a serious consideration. But
apparently that's not true, ma'am. Because black women are the most chronically single group of people in America, and yet they still won't get on a black man's program. And once again, black and Latina women who never marry are the least wealthy in the US. Y'all would rather not have any wealth than be on a black man's program. So whatever that person who you're reading is saying is full of crap. Y'all are full of crap. Once again, going to the theme of today's stream.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Continuing.
But this part right here. But red pill influencers want to keep their male consumers insufferable, single, and most importantly, angry. If they can.
I know a black woman. I'm assuming it's a black woman reading this, but I'm assuming the post is from a black woman. I know, even if it's not a black woman, I know a woman ain't talking about being insufferable and angry. I know a woman ain't talking about being insufferable, especially an Americanized woman. Talking about being insufferable and angry. Oh, I know. I know a woman, probably a black woman. This is a black woman reading it, so I'm assuming her audience skews black, but it could not be a black woman. But assuming it is, I know a black woman ain't talking about being insufferable and angry, not in these United States, not as the least married demographic in America. I know y'all ain't talking about being insufferable. I know the demographic that's the least married is not talking about being insufferable. I know that did just happen. It's as if black women just discovered the word insufferable, number one. Number two, they're shooting it out at any black man they find, and yet they're the least married. Huh? The black men are insufferable, but black women are the least married. The incel white guys would rather be incels than marry black women. God damn. The least married. Have the unmitigated gall to speak about who's insufferable and angry. Huh? Indigo, I am on that right now. Indigo says, I know you are, but what am I? I am on that right now. I know they're not saying insufferable.
Angry. If they can influence married or committed men into sabotaging their own relationships, they can create more of these consumers. But none of these men realize the entire red pill.
You know, Mr. Z doesn't put too much stock on when y'all say projection, but it really is. Y'all are right. You're speaking about consumers and increasing consumers when literally Goldman Sachs was salivating at the idea of all of these single women and how they were going to advertise to y'all. I said Goldman Sachs, sorry, Morgan Stanley, Morgan Stanley. The She Economy memo, ma'am, look it up and listen to the tone of it, the memo. Listen to the tone. They're salivating on how many single women there will be and how they're going to make money off of y'all, how it's a great opportunity to bank on y'all. Huh? And it's about consumers. Single men as consumers. Oh my God. This talk about projection. Y'all are right. Y'all are right. Y'all are right. Huh? Wow. Pure projection. Ma'am, single women spend the most. What are y'all talking about?
And
Continuing.
realize the entire red pill movement is misery loves company on a corporate scale. It's a core.
Wait a minute. Look, I gotta end up soon. Oh, the whole red pill movement is misery loves company on a corporate scale. I, Mr. Z damn near lost for words. What? Misery. You imagine the people that came out with the waiting to excel, four color girls, the Brewster's Place movie, saying misery loves company on a corporate scale about men, particularly black men because she's a black woman. You imagine that? Not the can you pay my bills ass women, not the no scrubs ass women, not that he wasn't man enough for me ass women, not to just be a man about it ass women, not those women saying the red pill is misery loves company on a corporate scale. Not them. Oh no, 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 huh? Not misery loves company on a corporate scale. After y'all been on no scrubs for like damn almost 30 years now, approaching 30 years. It's like 25 years. Huh? Huh? Yeah, y'all gives you a second, y'all talk amongst yourselves. And we're back. Oh boy,
To
continuing.
MAGA and creates so much division and chaos in society. This part down here is so important. Both are movements that must and will be defeated. They really must be defeated, and they go hand.
Red pill and MAGA go hand in hand. And they gotta be defeated. Ma'am, I don't know so much about MAGA, but the red pill. You can't defeat the red pill, ma'am. You wanna know why? Because women like you exist. To you and to whoever put the comment down, Miss Burb and Bougie, you can't defeat the red pill because women like you exist. The red pill exists because women like you exist. The red pill was created because women like you exist. The red pill, you can't destroy the red pill. You can't defeat the red pill. Women like you exist, ma'am. That's why the red pill exists. Women that practice foodie calls exist. That's why the red pill exists. Women that pin the baby on the wrong man on purpose exist, ma'am. That's why the red pill exists. Women that divorce and destroy the family because they feel like they quote unquote graduated from marriage exist, ma'am. That's why the red pill exists. Black boys not reading on reading level is why the red pill exists, ma'am. Huh? Children finding out that their father, who they thought was their father, isn't their biological father in their teens, 20s, 30s, or when their mother passes. That's why the red pill exists, ma'am. Huh? That's why the red pill exists. Women throwing a temper tantrum because they can't end up with the top 20% of men, mainly white men, is why the red pill exists, ma'am. Huh? Economically unattractive men are leading to a downturn in marriage. And when you look at what women see as economically unattractive, it's men that need to earn 40 some odd percent more than the single men that exist. Damn, they're 50% more than the women. That's why the red pill exists, ma'am. Huh? The red pill exists because women are falling for 70 to 80% of divorces, ma'am. 90% if she's college educated. That's why the red pill exists. The red pill exists because women are saying that they wish that they could go back to a time when men would protect, provide, and shut up. That's why the red pill exists, ma'am.
I miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
That's why the red pill exists. Women who say, if I earn more than you, I will belittle you. That's why the red pill exists.
That if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is.
That's why the red pill exists, ma'am. Huh? Wow. You think you could defeat the red pill when women like you exist? Okay, yeah, that's it. Have fun with that one.
They really must be defeated, and they go hand in hand. MAGA and red pill go hand in hand in its current iteration. It's a bunch of
Nice way of trying to dog whistle to the liberals to destroy the red pill, ma'am. MAGA and red pill go hand in hand. Nice. Look, those elite, rich, white men, liberals, they can't do nothing with this. Huh? Because if they could, they would have already. Number one. Number two, once again, you can't defeat the red pill because it exists because women like you exist, ma'am. Continuing.
trying to control women. That's basically where they are.
Oh, they're trying to control women. 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 Yawn. Nice try and try to dog whistle to the white elites, ma'am. White men and white women that are liberal. To come and defeat the red pill for you, they cannot. Half of their sons are listening to us anyway. Goddamn. Continuing.
The psychic clarinetist says the audacity of these men to want women to do the housework, family caretaking, when she was financially more successful than him too, and he can't match.
She's referring back to the article. Number one of the article showed, and I got to see the young lady who said her man wanted her to be a stay-at-home mother or wife, I think, but she earned 50% more than he did. Heavier set, darker skin, black woman. Ma'am, have fun on the dating scene. Hopefully it works out for you. And she has a child. Oh boy. Have fun on the dating scene, ma'am. Hopefully it works out for you as a heavy set, darker skinned black woman. Okay. With a child already. Yep. Have fun with that. We'll see. It's possible she gets hooked up with someone that marries her and that pays for everything. It's possible. Likeliness, oh boy. Continuing.
This morning by my father throwing a hissy fit temper tantrum and breaking glass, so that was fun. He's a constant daily reminder of what's in store for me if I give a good man a chance. Pass. I hope this Sunday morning is a lot more peaceful for y'all than it was for me. And okay, so this woman right here, she's talking about the woman that there were actually a couple of women in the Wall Street Journal article that were making more money than their male counterparts, but their male counterparts were like, maybe you should just quit working so that you can be a housewife and we can have a picket fence and all of that. And it's just like, where do they get this in their brain that women just want to quit working? In times past, women couldn't work because we were barred from working. So it wasn't a
It's not the case for black women, ma'am, but continuing.
We were barred from working. So it wasn't a natural choice for us to just be a homemaker. And for many people many women in the United States, we did work. We just weren't paid fairly. So they need to get the updated version. Someone said that they were 50.
They need to get the updated version. Ma'am, unfortunately for you and your ilk, the men have updated. Ooh, goddamn. Be careful what you ask for, ma'am. The men have updated. That's why you sound the way you do. Wait, how did you just say we need to defeat the red pill, but you don't realize that is the updated version? We need to defeat the red pill. The red pill and MAGA go hand in hand, ma'am. The red pill is the updated version. Ooh, goddamn it. Don't you hate to hear it? Oh, don't you hate to hear it? The red pill is the updated version. Unfortunately for you and your ilk. Continuing.
Years behind us, and then another woman swooped in and said, nah, they're about 100 years behind. They need to get the updated version of what women want. Start to actually listen to what women want from the mouths of women. Otherwise,
we're not kissing your ass, ma'am, and that's rule number one of what women want. We're not going to be your walking ATM machines, your walking wallets, and overglorified guard dogs. Huh? We know. We've listened. By the way, dear ladies, we have actually listened to what you want. Unfortunately, that's why we're able to respond the way we do. Listen to what women want out of women's mouths. We have, ma'am, and that's why we're responding the way we do. That's why we're responding. That's why we respond the way we do. Listen to women. We have, unfortunately. Continuing.
they're going to continue to opt out, especially when they can see firsthand. Like this woman, she woke up seeing her daddy doing all of this. People watch relationships. They don't necessarily even have to get into relationships to know that women get run ragged in some of these relationships. Anyways, there were so many comments. I have lots of comments on both pages. I might even make a part 2 just talking about the commentary. But go ahead and weigh in. Let me know what you thought of the article.
Okay, yeah, that's the end of that. Mr. Z spent 3 hours. 3 hours of Mr. Z's life pretty much gave y'all with this review. Oh boy. So once again, ladies, the moral of the story and the reason for the stream tonight is,
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
huh? American women are giving up on marriage. American women are giving up on marriage. That's why they sound like this.
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
Aggressive begging. Huh? American women are giving up on marriage. Yeah, about that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? American women are giving up on marriage.
I feel like we don't talk about this enough, but the hardest part of being single is not having somebody to oh my god. Oh god. I'm mops. Hey, oh god. Like, I didn't sign up for this celibacy life. It chose me. Oh god. This cannot be my life. This cannot be my life. This is the hardest part about being single, because the don't really be hitting like it's supposed to be hitting after a while, bitch. Oh god. Hey Lord, send me my man. Oh, this cannot be my life. Fuck you thought this was.
Huh? Because that definitely sounds like American women giving up on marriage. Oh boy.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? American women have given up on marriage. Huh, really?
Oh, another night going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself. I'm always going to be with myself. Like, it's me and her to the end of time. Like, stop it. Like, after a long day of work, I just be wanting to lay down. I want to cuddle. I want to tell my man about my day. I just want to hug. Like, damn. Like, it don't even be about all the other stuff y'all be talking about. It just be the simple things that you miss the most. Like, that's really it. Like, it's not even like, it just be the simple things. That's all I'm going to say. So just be grateful if you got somebody and you got a hug today. Because you know what?
I don't need no man.
American women are giving up on marriage once again.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
American women are giving up on marriage.
Whatever reason, I'm just not allowed to experience love from another person. And yes, although, I don't have that, there are other areas of my life that are flourishing, like my YouTube channel and friendships, and it's giving me opportunity to pour into those friendships and pour into myself, which I think are equally as important. But I think people tend to forget that platonic love doesn't replace romantic love. And so as much as I am fulfilled by, my friendships and, relationships with my family and things like that, it still doesn't replace that desire that I have deep down for something more. And it's hard. It's a hard thing to suppress. It's a hard thing to put on the back burner, and not knowing how long I'm going to be in this season scares me a little bit. And it also scares me to know that it may not ever happen, that it may not ever happen. And so it's just like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm making much sense in this video.
Yeah, American women are giving up on marriage.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Huh? Sugar babying and all these different ways of making money when a husband would probably be the best route for your insane college student loan debt. Not hoping that a man has to pay all of it, but American women are giving up on marriage. Oh, really now?
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're gonna rip the band-aid off. We're gonna check our student loan debt. And I, kind of at a ballpark range, like I knew how much I owed, not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm gonna die with it. Like, I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my I'm gonna die with it. Like, I don't know any way I'm gonna be able to pay that off other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
American women are giving up on marriage.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Oh boy.
So fucking tired of being the strong, independent, resilient one all the time. It's fucking exhausting. It is so fucking exhausting and draining to act like everything is okay all the time when you are absolutely fucking breaking inside.
So sick of being told that I should be happy single. I don't want to be. I want to be in love. I want to be sickening to everyone around us. I want to adore them, and I want them to adore me. I want to find my purpose.
This dating world that we're living in, I cannot. I'm so lonely.
Nothing actually prepares you for how lonely being an adult can be. Super, super lonely. I don't have anyone. I just want to crawl in the black hole and not come back out.
I don't know how much longer.
Oh boy. American women are giving up on marriage.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Oh man.
Look at me, look at me. If you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus, Medina. Look at me. If you are a single female in Charlotte, stay home.
American women are giving up on marriage.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Yeah.
Y'all want to come in my comments talking about male-centered, decenter men. You know who I'm decentering? I'm decentering you that think that all women should think like you. I'm decentering you fake ass girl ass. I am decentering you because you're the problem. For my life and my experiences, you have always been the problem.
American women are giving up on marriage.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Yeah, about that.
We say we're girls, but we're really selfish because anytime we champion rebellion against our men, it backfires on us. Men also watch the same videos that we put out and they look at the comments of us going, yes, sis, you did that. Eat that up. Da 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 da. Yeah, you should have left that marriage. Happiness over everything. Y'all know that hurts your sister, right? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some women who do leave marriages for really specific reasons. But in totality, from what I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of it is just based off of happiness and being quote unquote miserable. There's a saying going around with men saying men will sacrifice their happiness for a marriage when women will sacrifice their marriage for their happiness. And this narrative is spreading like wildfire to the point where men are being very anti-dating. I don't want to say this to discourage anyone, but I need my sisters to understand that the more we broadcast our downfall relationships, the more you share a one-sided story about how your relationship was so trash or how your marriage was so trash or whatever the case may be, although you feel like you're venting and you're helping, you're not. You're actually harming the dating pool that's out there. You're actually harming your future prospects. It doesn't hit the way we think it hits. We trauma bond together. We hate the opposite side even more. It doesn't eat the way we think it eats. So if you care about your sister, if you're a girl's girl the way you say you are, if you're a part of the sisterhood the way we say we are, be careful before you press record and you post that video. It might just need to stay in the draft.
American women are giving up on marriage. Yeah.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
And finally, the tearjerker, the saddest one. Truly, it's a tearjerker. American women are giving up on marriage. Oof, really now.
I am really struggling with something, and I want to talk about it. But before I do, I need people, if you are a parent who was like touched out by your children, I do not want to see you in the comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't, how do you deal with that? I really like need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me, right? But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with like, I don't get hugs. That shit is, it could be like maybe a hello, whatever, maybe. But it's not enough. I don't know how am I gonna go the rest of my life like this? I think that's really hard. I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling. Like I spent like last night just going like this. Like 20 minutes. yeah, I'm just, if anyone else is struggling, what are you doing?
If anyone else is struggling, what are you doing? If anyone else is struggling, what are you doing? Ma'am, they're lying to themselves. They're in these girl groups where they take pot shots and sneak disses on men, namely black men, and that's how they feel. It's a yeah, I might be lonely and single, but I'm gonna make fun of you, and I'm gonna get all that positive energy from that. I'll let the rage fuel me. What are they doing, ma'am? They're rose toying it up at night. That's what they're doing. Huh? These other women are touch starved too. It's not just you. First off, we live in a increasingly atomized society. Check my community tab. I have the definition for it. They're rose toying it up, ma'am, as a way to make up for not having a man. They're golden girlsing it up. Huh? They're doing what Miss Burb and Bougie did, which is kind of sneak diss and make fun of it. The men are going to have to update their firmware. They're going to update their software. They're going to have to get into the modern world. That's what they're doing. Huh? And going to what GC said, go to the salon, right? And he then says, who the F would suggest that? These weirdo women who just don't want to say, okay, look, we gonna have to get us some men. They don't want they see it as a zero-sum game, and they're willing to watch other women suffer. They're willing to watch their own sisters, literal sisters, suffer. They're willing to watch their best friends and girlfriends suffer. You can't let men know that men not attending college is hurting you. You can't let men know that them not being in the same spaces as you, them not flirting with you, them not paying attention to you when you're walking down the street. If a man doesn't flirt with you or open a door for you or right wink at you or try to get you can't let men know that. So they're all trying to find some fast food way of fixing this. Huh? That's all. It's all fast foods ways of quick, easy, quick fix ways of okay, you know what? I don't have a man, but I can hang around my LGBTQ friend, my guy friend who's LGBTQ, and then I can invest in my friendships with my girlfriends, with my friends, and I can make my mom or my older sister my best friend, my younger sister my best friend, which that might not be the worst thing in the world. Huh? And then for my sexual needs, I have my rose toy, and yes, I'm 43 years old, and I'm getting smashed out by the 23-year-old coworker, so I get my sexual needs met that way. Huh? I'm 37 years old, and I have a 23-year-old piping me, so I guess I'll make it for it that way. Or I'm 37 years old, and my 60-year-old boss is people don't know at the job, but they're fine. Wait, they'll piecemeal things to make up for this, right? That's what they're doing. They're trying to piecemeal these different aspects of being in a relationship with a man, being married. They're piecemealing these things, and it's not enough. Huh? Who would suggest going to a hair salon or going to a salon? These weirdo ass women like Miss Burb and Bougie, women like her, and women like the women in her comments that she read. Those are the people that would suggest it. Those are the women that would suggest it. That's why I played for y'all a number of clips of women telling you, stop telling me to just love myself. Stop telling me to be comfortable with myself. And platonic relationships don't make up for romantic relationships. They're not speaking to us as men, us as black men, us as the black manosphere. They're not speaking to us. They're speaking to women like Miss Burb and Bougie. Huh? That's why she said what she said. For the people that would suggest that I go to the salon or the hair salon, and that she's not talking to us. She's not speaking to the men. She's speaking to the women. Huh? She is speaking to the women. So with that, y'all, look, Mr. Z go end out. We over 3 hours, right? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, like, share, subscribe, hit the thank you button. Shout out to the replay squad, replay gang. And we'll end out, as I said, stop lying. I didn't really curse, actually. So I guess I'll delete the whole part that says explicit language, right? But after listening to Miss Virgin Bougie, y'all didn't catch me when I really had the fire. That's the problem. Y'all ain't catch it. Look, I was listening to it at work, so I couldn't record instantly, so y'all can really catch that heat, right? So I didn't came down a whole lot, and that's why y'all didn't hear the F-bombs and all the different type of things, right? But yeah, I guess we'll be covering this for the next few days, on and off, because other people are catching on to the story, and covering it. And yeah, shout out to PBD, bro. We'll see how the young men interact with your daughter when your daughter becomes an adult. But yeah, that. Whew, because PBD, Patrick Bet David, has a daughter, all of a sudden Adam can't tell him what it is in the dating scene and how the women that he interacts with and the women that and Adam made sure to say, I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about the average guy. I will be okay. PBD did not want to hear it. And he loud talked him. He told Adam he was being rude. He brought up personal stuff. I just want y'all to understand, these are the people that's supposed to be facts over feelings. PBD comes from the facts over feelings squad, the we're logical over here squad. But because he has a daughter, he can't see things logically. He can't hear what Adam is telling him. Huh? GC, I might have to use that term. GC says, Tuesday tutelage, Jesus. Huh? So, the clips y'all saw, shout out to Dimcad. Mr. Z's been listening to Dimcad for, it damn near feels like 2 decades, but Mr. Z's been listening to Dimcad forever. Forever. Pretty much since he started his YouTube channel. Huh? So, we'll end out with that. So we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all have a great, great rest of y'all night. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content. I think Art New Style should be streaming other non-Manosphere content for the love of God, so y'all don't sound like male versions of these weirdo women. And we'll end out with this, everyone.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
All right? And all right, everyone. Mr. Z out.